last time on Dragon Ball Z.
We're gonna get the
It's
beast
a
split,
walnut,
okay?
dog.
Let's just keep on going.
Moving on to P.
Let's just keep on going.
Has now been buffed. 6. There will be a meta defining.
Ruscel.
Every Mega Drone will run Bamboozle, as it is a 6 cost 6/6. And if you evolve it, you draw 2 cards. On turn
Wow! Don't talk about
It is now
cosmetic.
reworked to a 4 cost 2/2. This is a meta defining card. Everyone will run Cosmic P alongside Bamboozle. In fact,
It's such a
if
shit
you
card.
waste a turn playing your playing whatever P you got that has double strike, you can evolve Bamboozle onto Cosmic P and draw 2. No, it's Leafy Evolution. No,
Or
it's just
No, it's
Evolution.
not evolution, yeah.
Okay, and then you can draw 2 cards in addition to that 1 piece you conjured for 4.
But that doesn't work for these things, they're untrickable.
Yeah, they're untrackable.
Okay, so we had a little break there. We are back
Little
now. This is
intermission.
quite a long video. Starting off here with Cell Phone Zombie. One
Yeah, we're
cost,
going now to
1/1, one
Brainy.
play Conjurer Zombie.
Okay, so this one, I think is a pretty good change. Not to brag or anything.
It's
but
it's not. I don't think
it doesn't
like-
impact much, but like it does its
Yeah,
thing where
because it's
like,
one cheaper.
What's like the 1 cost zombie manager one? Forgot the name.
Professional middle manager.
Yeah, middle manager.
Zombie
It's-
middle manager.
It's like basically a middle manager, but a bit worse. Because it doesn't
Yeah,
have
it's-
like the extra attack
Oh,
buff
true.
thingy magic. But other than that, it's pretty good to be
Yeah.
honest, because it's a 1 cost.
I mean, it's
Conjure
a
zombie.
So, if it, yeah.
Is conjure any zombie?
actually,
that could
like-
be really good.
It's
or
a
really
little
bad.
better than I think we give it credit for, because now there's a lot more 1 health plants like Pumpkin and Blooming Heart and Apple Saucer.
And also,
And
since
obviously, a lot of people
zombies,
won't run them, but a lot of people still will.
also zombies got
So
a huge
it-
buff in this update. So like like it says conjure a zombie.
Now,
so any
conjuring a zombie is better than ever before.
conjuring a plant. Like if it will be
Yeah.
significantly worse, or like conjure a
Yeah,
plant.
this is the thing. This is a fact. Conjuring plants is not that good. Conjuring zombies is actually pretty good.
Because most of them are pretty
Um,
good, to be honest,
Yeah.
nowadays.
Yeah, on
Especially
average,
since it's
zombies are just a little bit more capable.
Yeah. We did some numbers, but we'll explain the numbers after analyzing.
We'll get to
everything.
those numbers a little bit later.
Yeah.
Duck Stash is a 3 cost 3/2. When this does damage, conjure a Mustache. Mustache Evolution. This gets +3/+3. Used to only get +2/+2.
Electricist. Wait.
Oh, Victor.
We
Oh,
forgot
Victor. Do you see something
Electrician.
hiding there?
Oh my.
Oh my god.
We just got
Uh,
that buff. Oh.
Yeah. It's now a 3 cost 2/3. Okay. Yeah. Continue, guys.
Add it to the total. Add it to everything else. Yeah.
I'll do some.
Victor's gonna do
changes.
some math in.
Yeah.
People might use Duck Stash more.
Um,
considering it's-
Would you say that's a meaningful change for the electrician?
I mean,
Electrician
think about
change,
that.
I think it could be pretty meaningful because, like,
What does it
three-
survive?
most things that do 2 damage, save things.
But like,
Which is
Blooming
a
Heart,
lot of
all the one.
Godfather.
a lot of plants that like would otherwise
Okay,
kill.
it's
And you need to
meaningful.
remember, it means that living is also good for science synergy, because drone engineer and gadget scientist want to have science cars on the field.
Oh yeah. True.
Yeah.
The thing, yeah, Duck Stash is actually a very strong.
Yeah, Duck
because
Stash
Let's say you play Imposter
is fine.
turn 1, which is a mustache, and then you play turn 3, 6/5 on that imposter if it lives, or you keep the imposter in your hand until turn 2, or even turn 4. It's still a really good
Imposter
combo.
could die, and it usually just gives you a 1 cost imp with a mustache.
But like
I see what
even if you keep it to turn 4 as a combo, it's still really good.
Yeah.
Like it's just, I think it's a
Fine
little
on
OP.
turn 1. Yeah.
I think even at a +2/+2, it's already really strong,
It was already
because
pretty
when this
decent.
does damage,
Yeah.
and when this does damage, conjure a mustache.
Honestly, the
So you're, like,
problem with
conjuring
Duck
card.
Stash wasn't the card itself. The card was really
Duck
good.
Stash is really good, to be honest. Now,
Its only kind of flaw was that there weren't that many mustache cards. Oh, Mustache
Yeah.
Waxer also exists.
And I
It's
feel
been
must
buffed,
Yeah.
not
mustache
buffed.
got mustaches are
It's
mustaches are
not a
pretty
huge
good.
buff, but it's a buff.
Yeah.
Nowadays.
Mustache also has Frosty Mustache,
But
which
there's
is
also Mustache Monument, which if you're willing to wait for turn 6,
Yeah.
that's just a free 6 damage. Oh, and
I
also
actually
free conjure,
don't like.
Actually.
What mustaches? Oh, there's Cheese Cutter, there's Gentleman Zombie. Oh my god. Wizard
Mustaches are
Gargantuars
pretty
is a
good
mustache.
option. Yeah.
Vikings a mustache.
Mustache is pretty strong, yeah.
Yeah, Mustache is strong,
Mustaches
dog.
is good. Like, you end up
Yeah,
with
really
pretty
good.
cards.
I actually
And-
don't like Duckstache. I think it's too OP now.
Yeah.
I think that is way too OP.
It's look,
Like a
you
3 cost? Even
can
as a 3
get-
cost 3/2 that conjures mustaches every time it does damage, that's already like.
can really good.
Because it's brainy, you can teleportation zombie that in, so it'll
And
get
then-
like 1 free shot off, and then they have to counter it next turn,
Wait.
still getting a shot off.
How much is a Duckstache?
3.
How much does it cost?
cost.
3?
3
Okay.
cost.
3 cost, you play it, it does damage, it conjures a Torker Skull Zombie. We play it next turn, they lose 2 sun.
Oh, yeah.
Yay.
Turn 5.
And if you have any surviving mustache, like you play a mustache waxer that lives
Oh, but
into
turn
this,
four
or you
costs
play an
5,
imposter
no?
that
Not
lives,
4.
Did they cost 4.
do they up the cost?
No, it
Unless
costs
they
4.
upped it.
No.
It should cost 4, yeah. Which is insane.
Moving on, Gadget Scientist.
Yeah, they didn't support
Just
cost.
got like a 1 health, no, 1 attack buff. Yeah, now it's a 3/3, which is pretty good because 3 attack matters.
It's got now like better stats. Yeah, 3
Yeah.
attack kills stuff that otherwise would live and block it from doing face damage, and now the face damage isn't 2, it's 3, which is a lot better.
And it can also kill all those 3 health plants. Or it can even
Yeah.
kill 6 health plants because it does a bonus attack actually.
Uh.
So it can
Which
kill
one are we on?
Gargantuar my
Gadget Scientist.
is an
Now
insane
Gadget-
buff.
Oh, yeah,
Gadget
Unshakable
Scientist?
is an insane buff.
Oh yeah, no, it's insane.
You don't even need to do the whole, like, bonus attack thing. You
Yeah.
can just play it dry. And just...
You can play it dry.
Yeah, 5/7 untrickable Garg that
What can
costs
kill it?
5 is
Gravity?
already.
But
That's
still
it.
Yeah, like what do
next
you
turn,
use?
You're already taking 5 damage, or then it's already gonna kill whatever you
Yeah, like we talked about this a little bit before we started recording, but I think it's worth repeating here. Untrickable is a sign of the developers being lazy. It's for when you can't be bothered to actually balance a card, so you just throw an untrickable on it as a sort of like, that'll make it playable. But this is different because it's already good. Now they're just making it OP.
Especially
Unshakable
since
Like,
like
usually-
powerful. It is only weak
Because
if
Yeah.
it would
everyone
be
wants
really
big
good
minions.
because of the like
Yeah.
the. Oh, sorry. Go ahead and I can interpret
Unshakable
you.
will only be weak if people just run like big minions. Like
Plants don't have.
But that doesn't happen, or it can't. That's just impossible for it to happen because. A,
Yeah.
it's
What's
just
the 7
un-
damage 5 cost plan that will trade well with this? I mean, survive and maybe even get a shot at doing face damage. There's nothing.
A 5 cost.
Yeah, to like counter this. Like they play it on 5 dry, and then you play something to counter.
Susha?
Smoosh
What is
Shroom.
that?
The 5 cost 5/4 common card.
But that still dies. To it. Like it still dies. Like it still trades badly.
Yeah.
There's literally nothing that trades well against this, let alone something that trades well and then would do face damage, which again zombies can do because they have frenzy, but plants can't.
Wait until we get to what's it called? The wannabe hero.
Oh my god.
That is
Okay, so Gentleman
yeah,
Zombie,
a lot better.
Gentleman Zombie, pretty big buff because all that
Gentleman
matters
Zombie
is
is
him
so
living.
overpowered now because before it was like 2/2 and it's like the
Yeah,
purpose
it
of it
really
was
easy
to
to
live
kill.
and yeah but it was easy
Yeah, it
to
was
kill,
like
but
Godfather.
if
was
it
just
lived
like
it would
3
like
cost
2
2
extra
shield.
brains for
It's
tricks.
like if
But
Yeah.
now
Superpowers had like 3 and 4 health.
Yeah. Now it's 1-4. It's insane because nothing.
Though
can-
even
not much
then,
can kill
and that's what's
anything.
weird to me is that like Gentleman Zombie was still better than Podfather because usually plants wouldn't kill it on their turn. They would kill it in combat, and Tricks can protect it with like bonus attacks or Hearty Treat or Superpowers or Healthy Treat or Hearty Treat, Sugary Treat. Which, by the way, Gentleman Zombie Sugary Treat. Oh my god.
Gentlemen. Oh yeah,
Like-
that's deadly.
Because now then it becomes unkillable basically for like a good while, and then they can get like a thinking cap and then have both of those superpowers be usable even if they don't have like a space time for the next
Look,
turn.
A health nut can
Like-
kill it.
But again, Victor, the problem
Invasive
is
species on
it
the
won't kill it
environment.
until zombies have had their chance to keep it safe.
Yeah. There's just
with
not much
tricks.
to kill
That's the
this thing.
difference. That's why Podfather was worse, because you played it on turn 3 and it had to survive. You play Gentleman on turn 3 and you can make it survive.
Yeah.
If it's-
isn't it?
if-
Yeah, it is a gravestone. So it goes into
Yeah.
gravestone. It comes out as a 1-4. Then you get
The
2
only
extra
chance to
brains.
kill it, basically, is grave buster.
Grave removal.
Yeah.
Grave Buster.
And then next turn, it's even more
Blockbuster,
overpowered
Buster
because-
won't work because it's a 4 cost.
And next turn is more
Unless you have
overpowered
sunflowers.
because you don't need to focus on it anymore. You don't need to waste brains to play that card. So you just have like you can skip the turn if you have all tricks in your hand.
Oh,
You have
yeah.
like let's say 4, and
Yeah,
then
and
you
it's
get
like you don't need to
get
worry
6.
about Brainanas coming
Does it
up on
give you
turn
plus
4.
2 at the start?
plus
or
2.
during
No,
tricks?
tricks.
Alright.
That would be overpowered if
Yeah.
I
During
start.
tricks.
It would be a sunflower basically.
Oh, but it works the first
Just
turn it's
better.
played, right? Yeah.
Yeah, but like
Yeah,
So
first
you
turn
need
it's
to-
played, it sips.
but you need to still spend 3 to play it. That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
But next turn
get
you
a
don't need to
1-4
spend
now,
3.
which is actually pretty good for its stats.
That's true.
Yeah.
Good.
And it
good
can be
wall.
buffed with tricks. This is just a very strong card now. Like very,
Mhm.
very strong.
It was already pretty strong, but now it's like it's
Yeah, because like
borderline OP.
still all you needed was like any trick that like buffed or a alert for lunch and it would survive, because unless it's a grave buster, they're not going to be able to kill it on their turn. That's the difference. This is
Yeah.
Gentleman Zombie is actually, I think, almost fundamentally strong, because he turns the zombie kind of last say disadvantage into an advantage.
I think it's
Because
And-
usually it's like, oh, zombies have to keep brains for playing tricks that they
Yeah.
won't know are going to be useful. But
And
now
it's, what's it called?
that just becomes a
It's-
pure
it's a-
advantage.
It's a mustache card as well, so it synergizes with Wax Man, whatever it's called.
mustache waxer.
Yeah, so you get a third
Mustache
brain.
Waxer.
So you can play like a 3-cost trick if you have a mustache waxer on the ground.
Yeah. It's
Ugh,
insane.
I actually don't like that.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, dog.
I don't like that.
That can-
And then
And you see, that's the thing. Gentleman Zombie isn't even one of the big ones. It's not one of the
Oh,
big ones that
yeah.
we think about, but it's still a good buff. It's a really strong buff.
and you can run this with Ruscel. It has Hearty, and it's just overpowered.
Oh yeah, any hardy trick.
Yeah.
It'll basically always survive.
Yeah.
1 or 2 more turns.
Yeah. You can throw. I mean, come on. They nerf photosynthesizer, but Camel Crossing is still a 1-cost.
I mean, hardy
Mm.
treat still exists, and it gives you 3 health.
And 1 attack.
What's going to take down 2/7 gentleman zombie?
Oh, and they also buff Trick or Treater, so it's even harder to like stop the
Oh yeah.
like.
Yeah,
trick.
actually, like people have been kind of saying, and even we've been thinking, like photosynthesizer nerf is kind of reasonable, and only because it's with Triceratops, it's kind of like, okay, now you're killing both of them. But I feel like it's never reasonable actually to do the photosynthesizer nerf now that you think of it, because it's
Yeah, yeah.
a complete double standard.
'Cause the
Like,
zombie
it's
card
a
is
1
so good
cost
still.
plus 2. Yeah, it's a 1-cost plus 2 that conjures a Galactic Gardens card, right?
Which is pretty good.
Is it a
Yeah, it does
galactic card? Yeah.
It is galactic, yep.
Which is like they're good cards, and it activates Dino Roar, I guess. Those are like the two things that matter about it.
Because it conjures cards,
But-
so it draws.
Yeah.
But that's that. But Hearty Treat is basically 4 in stats. It's a 1/3. It gives you, and that's 1 cost. And then you have Camel Crossing, which is basically it can give you all the way up to like 10 health in stats, and that's a 1 cost.
Then there's
And
leftovers.
I think leftovers, which also, and I think also 1 cost zombie tricks are stronger because if you have a teacher, they're free.
That's true, yeah. Lunchboxes,
which
can't
is
forget
like
about those.
being free is more meaningful than the difference between like a 1 and a 2 cost because it doesn't take anything.
Yeah.
And you can just keep playing it.
Yeah, so actually, you know what? No, I'd say even in a world where they don't buff, where they don't nerf Triceratops, photosynthesizer nerf still isn't reasonable.
I'm telling you, Zomba and
Yeah.
Smash are gonna. It's literally gonna take over the game. Ruspo, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, okay, so yeah, take back what we said in the first episode. No matter what photosynthesizer nerf, without nerfing this stuff is not reasonable. It's just ridiculous.
It's basically an either or.
Well, no, I think we were like,
And it's better to
we
just
were like,
go
yeah,
for
it's an
Triceratops,
either or.
'cause they
But I
need
feel
to
like
win
even if you don't nerf
photosynthesizer
Triceratops,
at any
but like
cost,
even if you
yeah.
don't nerf Triceratops, you still can't make an argument for nerfing photosynthesizer. Like it's still not actually like because what is this? Like
Yeah,
how is this okay
photosynthesizer
then?
Isn't OP. It's just good because it works with an OP card really well.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. And Galactic Gardens is pretty powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah, and even then, if you want to make it so that they're
But
not
then you
connected,
draw
which I think might be a
photosynthesizers
smart
to
thing to
cards,
do.
Yeah.
Card draw and
You know,
yeah.
but like make it so that
draw a
Triceratops
card, yeah.
doesn't have Dino Roar, and make it so that you just like it only gets it from card draw, not from conjure,
I
and
think
then
it used
you
to
would
be
fix
like
the
that.
like connection issue. Yeah, because then the 2 cards aren't connected, so you don't have to worry. Like, okay, still it gives the health, but it doesn't actually buff the attack or anything, and the health of +1. That way, they're no longer like 2 cards that you need to consider kind of like together, which makes balancing them harder. I think that would be even just doing that, doing nothing else to Triceratops, keeping it a 1/3, but making it so that it only increases when it draws a card, especially given all these other changes for the zombies, I think is already reasonable. And if Triceratops still overperforms, then maybe you can consider doing like extra nerf. But I think that would already be like a good
Oh,
nerf for it. As like
photosynthesizer Triceratops is a 2/6, isn't it?
yeah,
Yes, because turn 2 it becomes a 2.
No, just when you
Or-
conjure the card. Like if you play it on turn 3.
Oh, if you play Tricer. Oh, yes, it is.
Yeah.
But if you play
in this
Triceratops
other
turn,
reality, as it were, it would be a 1/5, which is a lot
Yeah.
less threatening.
if you
because
play Triceratops
It basically
turn
means
2,
that there's one more turn for it to be Rolling Stoned, which is I think what's most
Yeah.
important, is like being vulnerable to Rolling Stone and Weed Spray and well in this new meta actually,
Knockout.
K-Explosion, Knockout.
knockout.
Knockout did not need a buff. It was already good.
Yeah, people
But
just
now
didn't
it's, like,
use it because they didn't
overpowered.
really like think about it.
I
But
don't-
like it
I
was
don't
already
use it
like
because I
strong.
don't have it.
People do use it, I think. Relative. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they use it.
Where were we? We
We
got like
were
lost
at-
in
oh,
talking
we-
about
we've been on a rant.
photosynthesizer and-
Gentleman Zombie. We didn't pass that point.
Yeah, let's keep going from there.
Yeah, okay,
Um,
so we all agree Gentleman Zombie actually kind of OP now.
No, it is.
Uh,
Most definitely.
Mad Chemist.
And this is an insane buff, in my opinion.
Yeah, now it conjures one less.
It conjures a trick and it costs 1 less. And then if you
Yeah,
combine
Mad
that with
Chemist
like,
Didn't need a buff.
and then if you combine this with Gentleman Zombie,
It already
if you
got a
combine this
buff
with
and it was
Doctor
already, like,
Space Time,
Pretty
if you
low,
combine
right?
this, if you combine this with anything,
Yeah.
any synergy, this is OP. And it's what? Yeah, it's just that's all it's got, but that made it like insanely good.
4 cost 3/5 for something where the ability is about longevity is already pretty good.
And then you get a card as well for each
Uh,
turn.
Or it
if
Yeah,
you're
and
trying-
then the
Stat
fact
nerf
that
could
the
work, maybe.
Mm, maybe. But I don't think Mad Chemists need to change, in my opinion. It could have just stayed the same.
I don't think it needed a change. Yeah, I feel like Trick or Treater and Mad Chemist are both those like the play a trick conjure a thing where they were already strong because it basically meant that you were getting extra cards constantly for your trick, and if you had a space time on the field, those were
Yeah.
conjures, so it was like cheaper anyways.
It's fine, 'cause it's
And
pretty decent stats for how much it costs. So like, it could
yeah, that's the thing. It was a good play. It could take out other stuff that they'd played earlier that you were having trouble with, or it could be a threat to face, and it had an ability. Like it was already an okay card and an ability.
It was a good card, not
So
even
it's
okay
like-
card.
And then you have like
It's all
Trick or
right.
Treater, which is
Not
like
extreme.
Trick or Treater is less good, I guess, as a card, but like his tricks are really strong.
Trick or Treater's better to be
So
honest,
it-
because you always get cheap tricks.
Yeah,
and
'cause
cheaper tricks are
Sugary
more
Treat
versatile.
or
The Sugary and Healthy
Sugary
Treat
Treat
are
or Hearty
really good
Treat.
cards.
at least Healthy Treat.
It's really stupid
Yeah.
that they made
So,
those
like-
not tokens, because they're only balanced by the fact
Oh.
that they were tokens. And because Hearty Treat
Yeah, I actually think
one attack, 3 health is just like so OP, even compared to the buff getting.
I
It's still
I actually think that that is one of the biggest problems with this game right now is how many token cards are no longer tokens.
yeah.
And like with other things that we'll show you later, it benefits zombies more than it does plants. I mean, Little Buddy, I guess, is like the big one that plants benefit from.
Little Buddy is the only good plant token.
Yeah, it's the only good
Yeah.
token that plants really have.
But
Whereas
it's also
basically
annoying
every zombie
when you
token
don't have
is like
tokens, 'cause
OP.
then they buff like Vengeful Cyborg. And then
Wait,
they just
Little
buff the
Buddy's a
normals.
token?
Yeah, it's from.
Yeah,
Pop
because it's
Puppies.
from Pop and Poppies.
Oh, I didn't. Ah, gotcha.
It's like an X token.
Yeah.
There's a lot of X tokens. Hot
It used to
Lava
be a
is one
token.
of them.
Yeah, I guess Hot Lava is now a good X token for plants because
Yeah.
of the zero costness.
Wait,
But like that's it. Hot Lava and Little Buddies. Think about everything that zombies have. Hearty Treat and Sugary Treat are literally like meta-defining tricks. Then the other tokens that are big, you have fuck, what's it called? Oh my god, what's the name of it? I'm blanking.
Which
What? Just say the
uh,
passive. What's
Oh my
what's
god,
wrong,
it's like
buddy?
it's like ethereal. It's like ethereal. It's right there.
Say the passive.
Hold on. Let's just go through the tokens. That I'll remember it when I like hear it. Zombie tokens are
Mystery Egg, Haunting
mystery
Ghost.
egg. No.
Just go
I
to the
know. Well, I mean, it's a little bit. That's
colossal
not,
packs,
honestly, yeah.
because they all have tokens.
But half of those are just tokens.
Sunstrike and the what's the zombie card?
Pot of Gold,
Oh yeah, Pot of Gold.
Space Cadet, Captain Deadbeard, Zombats, Infinity Clone, Octopet, Return Octo Zombie, and that's it.
These are actual tokens, like current tokens.
Oh, you mean like cards that have turn tokens?
No, I'm like the X tokens, but Victor listed actual tokens in the game right now.
Wasn't Barrel of Barrels a token? No, it wasn't. I think it might have been. Where can you get Barrel of Barrels from?
The streets.
No, which card?
Barrel. Good question.
I feel like something conjured it.
Yeti lunchbox.
Oh,
Oh, you're talking about that one.
And and the leftovers, yeah.
oh, never mind. Barrel of
Those
Barrels
two.
is just its own card. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, Yeti lunchbox and the leftovers, especially after these updates, are literally again going to be meta-defining cards for the zombies
Yeah.
that are tokens.
Oh yeah. Let's see
Plants
other tokens.
do not benefit from this token bullshit.
Tokens that have turned cards. Grizzly Pair. Velociradish Hatchling is basically one because it's just a restatted. Well, at least it's its own card.
Yeah.
You know? Because, like, the problem with the tokens is when you change their stats, you either buff or nerf the like parent card. So it's annoying to
Yeah.
balance them. They either suck or then they're like really good. Hot lava.
That's why it's not good to have
half
dependent
mana.
cards that are like also their own
Yeah.
cards.
Well, typical Beanstalk is its own card. Little Buddy, Sunnier Shroom, Goat.
Was
Yeah.
Vengeful Cyborg a token for a while?
Yeah.
Yes.
When
It
Cyborg
is a
came out.
token. Isn't it still a token?
No, it's an uncommon card now.
No, it's its own card.
Yeah. Mustache Waxer has the same animations as Pool Shark, except its hand is different. Yeah, that's why it does that weird thing with its hand. It's shining its like pool ball. Pirate's Booty isn't a token, but it's just reskin. Oh, Trapper
Wobby?
Territory is a token. And Leftovers is a
Oh
token.
yeah. Also a card I object to, Trapper Territory, by the way.
I hate. Oh, Trapper Territory is gonna be so good now.
Why is it gonna be?
Has 1 health.
Oh yeah.
Oh
That's
yeah,
true.
because
Man,
it's
zombies
like
are so
even
overpowered.
before though, Trapper Territory was too good because it was a cheap environment for the zombies who
Yeah.
already had better environments. Like plants need cheap environments, but the game won't give them
I mean,
any.
they did. They gave him a 0 cost.
Especially well, okay, one, but like Kabloom,
And then they,
you
then
know.
they nerfed.
And then they made Spikeweed Sector 3
3
cost, and
cost.
they made Planet of the Grapes a 3 cost, which it used to be a 2 cost, and then they made, everything suck. But yeah, it's like, because plants, the way the game works, zombies generally suffer when it comes to, like, tricks and environments, but when the
Yeah.
environments are cheap, it's actually better for the zombies than it is for the plants. Because plants play, let's say both of you have a cheap environment. Plants play cheap environment, zombie play cheap environment. The zombie environment is the one that stays there. Whereas, plants should have cheaper ones. Because putting an environment down as a plant is always a risk.
Yeah, because they can just replace it.
Yeah, especially when the environments that the zombies have access to are cheaper. If zombies didn't really have access to, anything except 2 or 3 cost environments and up, it would be a lot better, because then you would reliably be able to play something like Hot Lava or Spikeweed Sector without having to worry as much. But because they have Transformation Station and stuff,
No, it costs too
Yeah.
much.
because it's the 3 cost, it's
Yeah.
useless now.
It's insane. Like,
But yeah, okay.
there's so many better.
Anyways,
3
other
costs.
tokens from the Colossal Pack are Grape Responsibility, Puff Shroom. Umbrella Leaf isn't one. Haunting Ghost, Copter Commando, Mystery Egg, Sugary Treat, Hearty Treat, Swabby. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm.
imagine a world where a Hearty Treat and a Sugary Treat weren't zombie tricks. Oh my god.
Oh, where they were plants?
Oh.
That would be insane.
No, where they were just trick-or-treater, tokens.
They weren't
it would
tricks
stop all
themselves.
those annoying as fuck space cowboy
Yeah.
Sugary Treat
Oh, yeah.
bullshit.
And also,
Oh, that's so
when
annoying.
you make the token into its own card, it just invalidates the parent card most of the time. Like, no one uses Turkey
Oh yeah,
Router.
oh yeah.
No one uses the Ghost Zombie. Well, not like they would anyway, but like, if Haunting Ghosts were better, they might.
Noobs
I
use
feel like
both
a
zombies.
game where if you have to do
Yeah.
cowboy,
They just use anything.
and then you have to if you have to do space cowboy into trick or treater first, you have to get the Sugary Treat. I wouldn't even mind, because it would be earned. You went through RNG of getting a Sugary Treat. You went through hoping that your
Like, he had to go
not your Sugary,
play
your
a
trick or
weaker
treater
minion
survived.
So he could later get the Trick or Treater. He had to set it up first.
Yeah, so he
you know?
could get you have to
With
do
the
a lot of setup.
card.
I would respect that. But this is just they can
Yeah,
just pull it out of their
yeah.
ass. So what's the point of having trick or treater in the game?
So you can get more.
Hmm.
But are you ever gonna use more than 4 of each, really?
No. Yeah, but
I mean,
that's
it's
do you
trick or
need
treaters. Trick or treaters only good for again, Ruscel decks, because then you have Zombology Teacher, which makes it a 0 cost.
Yeah, when you benefit when you
Or-
benefit from the tricks
or
being
with-
played with like Mad Chemist.
Or yeah, Mad Chemist or Gentleman Zombie, along with it.
Yeah.
Because then you buff
Like
Gentleman
it still
Zombie.
has like
survive.
reason to be used, but it's just usually more prudent to simply
To use
have
the tricks
its
themselves.
child card.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
Yeah. Anyways,
Yeah, let's we went on
Um,
another rant. We've gone down
mustache
one
waxer,
zombie.
mustache waxer,
We've gone down on one zombie and we went on another rant.
Mustache.
mustache waxer. Let's have another conversation about mustache zombies, guys.
Yeah.
Let's mustache waxer is not a one cost 2/1. When play a mustache just gets two cost. two health.
but it gives you more health when you use mustaches.
Yeah.
This is like what they did with it's what they did with super fat beats, right? But like this one actually
Yeah.
worked, unlike
This
super
one's
fat
actually
beats.
worth it because you get a brain. That's why.
because like
And it's a one cost.
because,
Because no one really cares if you have like a 2
See,
attack minion on
The
field.
difference between super tough
Yeah.
beats or whatever, super fat beats, and this is a one cost. Super
Yeah.
fat beats a 6 cost.
And plus
yeah,
That's-
and this is the other thing.
Yeah,
No
and gives
matter
you
what,
brains.
if you're playing a mustache, you're getting to a 2-3 either
Yeah.
way.
It's
And then from there, it's better than it
it
used
makes
to be.
it so valuable for being so cheap and getting brains and health.
Yeah.
But super
Yeah,
fat
and because
does nothing
mustache,
like
bungee plumber is a mustache trick, so it's a one-cost trick. You can play this turn 2 with a bungee plumber on anything that they've played or anything that they play that turn. You'll probably have a good trade with the bungee plumber, or it'll counter whatever's in front of it, and it'll probably still survive because it got that extra health. You still get more brain, so you can play another trick, or you can play your super. It's just good.
good overall.
Yeah, it's just a strong buff, which again I don't think Brainy or Mustache synergy needs that right now.
Yeah, it kind of needs a nerf.
I think okay, hold on. Another little rant on like structural parts of the game. I think that zombie synergies are in general stronger, which means that any zombie that gets buffed is more meaningful to the zombie side generally than when a plant gets buffed, because very often there's a lot of meaningless plants that are like on their own. Like okay, let's say you buff Astrocado, right? Like obviously he's still strong, but it doesn't really affect anything else. But here, all you've done is you've buffed Mustache Waxer, and now like all trick decks, you are trying to play tricks with extra brains, gentlemen's, all these things are better. Duck Stash is now better because one of the conjures that he has is stronger. Frosty Mustache is better because one of the conjures it has is stronger. You see, like there's like a huge ripple effect
Yeah.
where it's like zombies are more efficient in that way. Their synergies are stronger. Like fucking fruit synergy. Half banana gives you a little buff.
1/1,
You still need banana synergy too.
Yeah,
which no
and
longer
and
exists. Which is
and
a
it's
good
still such a
decision.
crap synergy. Whereas like mustache synergy is also like very widely
You know what
spread,
banana
but it
synergy
works.
could have done if it went like the bananas in your hand are cheaper. Cause like then you could just save
Yeah.
like, a bunch of like banana bombs with banana launcher, and then like play half banana, and they'd all be 0 cost. You
I'm
could
sure
just
they
banana.
saw like Solar Flare and Walnut had like a really high percentage win
Yeah.
rate, and they're like, okay,
Mhm.
we know what we must
Let's
do,
sabotage these guys.
and they like nerfed everything into like insanity,
Mm.
and making like, you get a 1/1 buff, you get a
Yeah.
++1 in your passive, and then like zombies get
Yeah.
5/5, do insta kill plant hero ability turn 5, insane. It's just
Like honestly,
crazy.
when I'm thinking about it, Mustache Waxer only getting 1 health, being a 2/1/1 cost, is still pretty strong because it still gets
Yeah,
that
it's still-
brain.
It's still really strong. I remember fighting like mustache stacks and like struggling a lot with them.
Yeah, I mean the only thing this
Oh,
really
yeah.
changes is you don't play mustache waxer on turn 1 anymore. You can still just play 2 of them on turn 2.
Yeah, you just wait.
Why didn't? Oh yeah, because it's one
It's
one
really
health,
easy
right?
to kill now, yeah.
Yeah, you just play on turn 2 when you have another, or turn 3 when you have another
Yeah.
mustache zombie.
Yeah. Okay, Pirate's Booty is now quarterly bonus.
This is a really good change.
Pirates
Finally,
Booty
you
was
did
useless.
something. Yeah, Pirate's Booty was the shittest thing ever.
This is
No
like,
one used
pretty
it.
good, but not like completely overpowered because you can't use it on like OP zombies, but you can use it on
Like,
weaker zombies. To,
I don't really
protect
care
them.
that it's not too OP. I care that they just like changed it and made it like
It's
better.
good, but it's not OP.
Yeah. Which, let's
Yeah.
be honest, zombies don't need OP stuff. What does this
Especially
synergize?
Brainy.
What does this synergize with?
Just like weak cards, like teleportation zombie, space.
Yeah, like one
Yeah.
costs something, or like something that has
Things with
abilities.
lots of health but low attack that you need living.
Yeah, I agree. Maybe like a armored something that doesn't have like 4 damage, or you can like, or use it to like kill
Yeah.
off someone,
Or then a frenzy
Like-
zombie.
finisher,
Oh, yeah. But like,
or frenzy. Yeah,
or like vampire.
It could be a 4 cost though, but I don't know.
No,
Depends a
it-
bit.
vampire is really good.
Because it doesn't increase your attack by it. It just makes it.
No, it makes 4, but then vampire increases that by like
Yeah.
2 when it kills something.
So, yeah.
So it's actually really good with vampire because then it becomes a 6 call,
Oh, wait.
6.
Is it
6
just
something.
permanently becomes 4? Oh.
No, it doesn't. Not permanently.
Yeah.
So only for 1 attack.
It becomes 4, but doesn't mean you can't change it.
Oh, no, but like, the 4 attack persists.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
not
it
like
persists.
Sunstrike
Oh, that's
where
pretty
it's like,
good then, yeah.
yeah, it stays.
I kind of imagine it was for 1 turn only.
Because then it would say a
I think
zombie
a 4
strength becomes
cost is
4,
more
then,
reasonable.
Yeah.
then at the end of turn goes back to the original amount or something.
Yeah, for 1 turn or whatever.
Cat
For
like-
this
Yeah.
turn.
Uh,
For Portal Technician is a 5 cost 4/4. 1 for make a random zombie here and it gets +2
oh, this
+2.
is a
Insane.
stupid buff, because Portal Technician was already good. Even if you got a 1 cost, you'd be getting your like money's worth.
What? It gets a +2 too?
Yeah.
That's insane.
Now, even if you get like the common 1/1 card, it's a 3/3.
You can
Even
get
if
any
it's
zombie
one
from that.
It's just a 3/3. So it's basically a 5 cost 7/7. But it takes
just
like
get-
double the things to kill because you
If
can't.
you get like one okay card, it's just game over. for
No,
the
Engin,
person.
it's a 5 cost 7/7 plus the roulette of extra stats from the random zombie.
Really.
And any abilities that
Oh,
zombie
yeah.
comes with, because
No, like even if you get
Because,
Swami,
like-
it'll be a 5 cost 7/7. If you get like Trickster, you just win.
Yeah.
yeah,
Well,
it's
how
game
much
over.
is that? Like,
9 damage bonus attack. And no, not 9. 8. Sorry.
how much?
Yeah,
does
8 damage
do?
bonus attack.
It's a 6/6.
Oh yeah, 6/6. Yeah, so 8/8. So it does 16 one turn.
And that's a 4 cost card, by the way. Yeah, this
5
is
cost.
what I don't like about Portal Technician. They could buff it. No, they could nerf it by making it only have a 1 cost zombie, but it still gives it +2/+2, so it'd still be good.
One
Portal
cost.
Technician is already really annoying.
Maybe
You
if it was
have
like
to pray-
3 or
give them,
less.
like Zombot or something.
Yeah, I agree. But
Yeah, Portal Technician is already like actually strong. Because
Yeah,
like
Like,
most
in
zombies
some
would still have 2
competitive
attack at
tournament,
least.
It's not good because it's so luck based, but in just random games, you just throw it, and like sure it does like 4 damage, and then it can just spawn some like huge thing.
Let's see.
I've seen
It's-
Zombot and Trickster come out of Portal
Again-
Technician.
Again, Ruscel overpowered because it's a brainy card.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So,
no,
yeah.
that's
Regifting
good.
zombie,
Regifting zombie is
3 cost 3/2. When played, conjure a zombie and it gets +1/+1. The plant player conjures a plant and it gets -1/-1.
Each
Oh.
player draws 2 cards.
Yeah. So basically, you get
So-
a zombie, they get a plant, but your zombie's better and their plant is worse.
I feel
That's
like your
pretty
zombie
good.
could be better, but why is the plant worse? I feel like the
Because-
plant being worse is like
'Cause you're giving them a free
unnecessarily
card.
good.
Because you're giving them a free card, that's why.
But you're conjuring them a card.
But you're no
And-
longer giving 2 cards each.
Wait. Does that make sure that it isn't a 1/1 plant though, or like it makes sure that it isn't a 1 health plant? Because what
No,
if you get
I'm
like a
pretty sure
puff
then it
shroom?
just dies, yeah. It just dies.
But is it like a 0/0 in your hand?
Yeah, 0/0 in your hand. You play it and then it insta dies.
That'd be stupid, but I feel like
That'll
it
be
would
funny
happen.
though.
Yeah.
I hope it happens. I want to see it.
Rocket Science now costs 4, was a 3 cost.
Yeah,
A 0
this is
credit
expected
on
because
that?
of the
Because Shamrocket got it
Yeah,
also, so
Shamrocket,
you're not
yeah.
getting like, ooh, you did something good.
But
No, you're just like
as we
changing to
explained
like base.
before, this is like less relevant than Shamrocket because
Yeah,
of,
Rocket Science is not as impactful.
yeah, like because of the changes that all these zombie like classes have gotten, and the less changes that the other the plants have gotten, and we've calculated it, and yeah, it's
Yeah.
not even close. Like the numbers.
I mean,
So-
even I feel like without changes, I still feel like Shamrocket was always more necessary for plants to be like competitive
oh yeah,
than
definitely.
Rocket Science was to zombies being competitive.
Shamrock was
Definitely.
always better than rocket science.
Well, yeah, like as a card, but like as
Yeah.
like a part of the game, I feel like if the game didn't have Rocket Science, things would change, but not that much, honestly.
Yeah.
Whereas like if the game didn't have Shamrocket, plants would be like in disarray. Like it would be so difficult all of a sudden to deal with all these big cards.
Yeah, but
Shield Crusher Viking is now
this
OP
is an
and wins
insane
the game
change.
instantly
Yeah.
when
Okay,
played.
Shield Crusher
So-
did not need a buff.
So Viking before it when it hit the zombie hero, take away the whole shield, which is overpowered, it has bullseye. of
7/5
course.
bullseye.
But now when you spawn it, place it down, it removes all shield. All the shield is
And it
gone.
still does the ability.
And it still has the ability. And it's 7/5. Insane.
Yeah, like,
This-
Shield
Yeah,
Crusher
5
was
cost,
already
7/5
so good on
bullseye.
its own just because of how much damage it could do.
And then if you have
Yeah, a
teleport,
5 cost, 7/5 bullseye without any abilities is already like a very strong.
like before you
card.
needed to
And
use it
then
with
it
like
clears the
teleport
block
and
meter.
stuff.
And then it also has pirate synergy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just insane.
Oh god.
They're buffing like everything.
Yeah, the correct way to deal. First of all, Shield Crusher Viking should have probably gotten a nerf.
Mm-hmm.
Technically
Agreed.
speaking, the flame face, quote unquote nerf, might be a buff. Because people are gonna be running more grave removal now.
But I wouldn't say
Yeah.
it's a buff.
Really?
Yeah, because
I
like,
don't.
the flame face, what's it called? Yeah. I forgot the word. Gravestone made it kind of more unpredictable. You couldn't tell what would be played, so you can't really react to it.
And they played quick draw con man.
If they're running pirates and
then
they play a
played
gravestone on
Yeah.
turn 3, then you should know.
But no, you knew what was coming, but you couldn't like you couldn't do much to react to it unless play in front of it.
Yeah.
And since it had strike through, it couldn't do anything. So you couldn't kill it that turn. so it would at least survive for that turn.
Sizzle. That's the thing. They're making it vulnerable to
Oh.
Sizzle.
Mm,
That was
yeah.
the point of it, which I agree with. It's a good. Yeah.
The sizzle.
You need to always think there's usually
counter.
some card that they're making something vulnerable or impervious to with
But
those
what
kinds
if
of
you don't have
changes.
sizzle? Then you can't really kill it.
Yeah, which is why it's not really that much of a nerf. Like
Yeah.
it dies to Sizzle,
Yeah.
but otherwise, meh.
I would say still a nerf. I wouldn't say it's a buff,
I mean,
but
what
it's
is
not.
it good against Kabloom control. Like
No, it's just good for like killing shit fast. It's an aggro deck.
No.
Flame face.
Oh, flame face. No.
Like what is it good for?
Like, what is a good counter to flame face that
Oh.
wasn't before? A Kabloom control deck.
Yeah.
Yeah, because now basically Guardian can't just wipe it out
Yeah.
with like throwing a
Grave
Gravebuster, getting a positive trade, and then playing a 1 cost like well I don't know Forget Me Nuts or something, or Galactic Cactus.
They should add a card that makes all pirates do a bonus attack.
It should have card that insta wins the
Okay,
game.
man, calm down.
Pirate
Yeah.
scientist.
But yeah, okay, so Also, okay, so agreed. Shield Crusher Viking was already on like borderline should be nerfed, and now it got
Yeah.
an extra buff.
Which is not necessary.
It's kind of crazy how it used to be a 5-5, I think.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think as a 5/5 bullseye without the whole when played, it would still be strong. Like 5/5 bullseye, that's what plants have to deal with for Gloom Shroom, and that's supposed to be enough for
Yeah.
us. And like, yeah, well, it has an evolution, but like this one has an ability that every time it hits, it empties the block meter, and because it's bullseye, it can't cause the block meter to block that hit.
I think if they wanted to add this, they needed to remove Bullseye.
Oh
from,
yeah.
Because then it would make it more. At least it would be somewhat. But it
I
didn't
would
matter.
say
no.
remove Bullseye and give him 4 health. I'd say.
Yeah. But it's
Because then
still
it can
just
be
it's still
fizzled
just
away.
so overpowered because it still hits
Yeah,
no
it's
matter
just
what.
so strong. Because yeah, even if you remove the
Yeah.
bullseye, it won't matter because it's already removed the block meter.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it'll. Oh my god.
It's
Transformation
insane.
stage. Let's just
And
move
then
on.
Another
Shock.
OP thing. Instead, it was at the beginning of the turn. Now it's at the end, which is
A slight buff.
slight buff.
which it didn't really
Yeah,
do
basically
much.
what means
Because
transformation station would up the cost of your zombie to like the next. So if you had a 2-cost zombie, you'd get a random 3-cost zombie.
So let's
And
say.
sometimes they would have start of turn abilities
So let's say you
that
have.
wouldn't trigger because
Yeah, yeah.
it happens start of turn, right?
Yeah. So let's say you placed a 5-cost there. It turned into Torquoise Zombie. At the end of the turn, and then at the beginning it actually does its ability instead of at the
Yeah.
beginning of turn.
Normally, it would miss out on its start of
Yeah.
turn ability for the first turn, and then it would get switched to the next thing, and they would never get the start of turn ability,
Like, it
which I
wasn't
don't think is
even
a
that
problem with
bad.
Transformation
They
Station.
just buffed Leap.
Like that's like
Yeah. So it was an
I feel like that's
unnecessary
a
buff.
fair drawback because Transformation Station is so strong. A, because it's a cheap environment, so it can block out plant environment. B,
Yeah.
because you play it down once as an environment, and then it just keeps on going in like a very strong. Because it's not like it keeps your thing going. It keeps on going to stronger and stronger things, stats on the field constantly. It's not like Area 22, which I think is already OP. Or like, well, not OP, but like strong, you know, like
Yeah.
2/2 frenzy.
Oh my
But
god.
this actually adds. Yeah, think about it. 2/2 frenzy is a 3-cost environment, but do 2 damage before combat is
Three.
also a 3-cost environment.
Yeah.
Like what?
The unnecessary buff, a nerf from them, literally no reason to.
Yeah. Trick or Treater is now a 3-cost 2/4. It was a 2/3. We've already talked about Trick or Treater.
No, this shouldn't have happened. Like again, it's a
Not
it's
necessary.
Not OP.
It just makes it stronger, and he wasn't like weak before. He was only unnecessary because you made the tricks into like I bet they were looking at it like Trick or Treater should be an important card in trick decks, but no one's using it because the cards are already playable without going through Trick or Treater. No one's gonna play Trick or Treater for them.
But now Trick or Treater just survives basically everything turn 3.
Yeah, but now if you do want to use Trick or Treater, he's stronger than he really should be because these people can't design games properly. Wizard Gargantuar is now an insta-win that wins
Yep.
instantly by being played. When played,
So-
win the game.
But before
just
Wizard
get a few
Gargantuar?
Gargantuar.
Before Wizard Gargantuar was
Wait,
a
wait, can we
6-cost
acknowledge this?
7 that just
Yeah.
gave all Gargantuars bullseye. But
Yeah,
now
it was
this
already OP. I'm sorry, it was already OP. All
Really?
Gargantuars having bullseye.
I mean,
I'm sorry,
I
that was
never,
too much.
I never built a
it wasn't that good
Gargantuar
on its
deck.
own because you needed Gargantuars already to be there.
Well,
Yeah,
I
it's
think it wasn't OP in the sense that no one played Gargantuars before.
Yeah, but now
But
it's
in a meta where there's Gargantuars, having
would've
all
been fine,
Gargantuars
yeah.
have bullseye is
This-
OP on its own.
especially since it was a 6-cost, like one of the lowest like costing Gargantuars.
It's not. Lowest are like 5.
Yeah. Well, one of the lowest. I didn't say the lowest.
Yeah, but like, there's several that
Lower
cost 5.
Still on the cheaper end.
Yeah.
It's on the cheaper end, like compared to like 8 costs and 9
Are
costs.
there 8 costs? Gargantuars?
Yeah.
Only one is
Are there-
9 cost Zomba. The rest are either 7. Or 6
What about Megasaurus?
That's not a Gargantuar.
I count those as Gargantuars, to be honest. They're so big.
Oh, they don't synergize with ours. Though.
Anything that's big is a Gargantuar to me.
Ah,
Yeah,
like there's a
Octo
Gargantuar
Zombie is
tribe.
Gargantuar.
Yeah, I know what you're on about. But it's still, but now it's like it would have been fine in the meta before if it just had the old abilities. But now it's just like it's a 7 cost 5/5. Okay, it's like mediocre stats for a 7 cost, but like all Gargantuars have Bullseye, and then when played, you get another Gargantuar, minimum 5 cost or minimum 2 cost.
And it isn't a random
No,
zombie
that's an imp.
transforms into a random Gargantuar. It's another zombie. So like I think you
Yeah.
decide which one.
Just play
Wait,
with
that's-
Swabby.
Zombie, yeah. And
That's
another zombie.
insane, man.
So you decide which zombie transforms.
Yeah,
is,
you have to, right?
Is Imp throwing Gargantuar a Gargantuar?
No, it's an imp. Zombie.
Yeah.
No. It's either
Wait,
imp
let me-
or imp Gargantuar.
Let me check. It's only an Imp zombie, so minimum 5 cost. You get a 5 cost zombie for placing down a 7 cost.
What do you mean?
Minimum.
That has like 7 cost with like mediocre stats, like a 7/5/5. So like it has like a lack of 2/2 in stats basically, but it has an insane ability. All Gargantuars get Bullseye in a meta that has like 7/5. All Gargantuars of Bullseye is already pushing it, in my opinion, in this new meta of strong Gargantuars.
I think that's fine, but the
I think-
secondary ability, yeah. It's
No, I don't think it is because of Frenzy. If
Oh,
Frenzy wasn't a
smashing
thing,
Gargantuar?
I wouldn't mind. But because Frenzy is such like so many Gargs have Frenzy, it means that they'll kill the plant thing and then they'll still do bullseye damage to face.
Yeah. It's let's be honest. When you play this card, it's basically GG, and it's only a rare.
Yeah.
Only a
Rare.
rare.
Rare cards are playable.
But I guess, but like
Bamboozle.
also.
But it's really weird to me how like yeah, exactly.
Super beats.
It's really weird to me how like they'll use the excuse of oh, but it's a legendary for like Mechasaur or something. But then it not being a legendary apparently doesn't matter when it's the same OP level as like something like a Mechasaur. So it's like
it's like a little bit worse than a Mechasaur because Mechasaur is a Dino War.
yeah, but like fundamentally, like it doesn't seem to matter because like Conman should be a legendary. Like, okay, I'm sorry, but like this thing.
yeah.
Okay, maybe now that it's not a pirate, I guess.
Yeah.
But before,
But like,
now,
come on, man.
just shreds through games. Wait,
Yeah.
how much
Okay.
damage would
Wormhole
it-
Gatekeeper.
This one actually got nerfed, like
Yeah,
the first.
I don't know why
Yeah.
It wasn't that good.
I don't even know what this one did to be honest. Oh, it was the one that opened
It
like
was-
did the key animation and drew.
It had the little key in its head, and it like drew a card for each
Yeah, I
person.
never used this card. It kind of sucked. It was just
And
like mediocre.
Zomblob is hidden in there in that
Yeah,
text, which
it is
is
Zomblob. Zomblob is
unnecessary, completely unnecessary buff. No one needed
So-
it. No one asked for it. Don't know why it was done.
It's so now it's a 5/5. Wait, no. Yeah, right. 5/5. Am I wrong?
Yeah,
Yeah.
5/5 when played on turn 3.
As in-
Yeah.
Played on an evolution.
Yeah.
Zombie evolution. Yeah, you can play this, of course, raw. But if not, it's just a lot of
Honestly, playing it raw isn't even that bad. 3 costs 2/5. Like it's not horrible.
Pretty bad,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Well, it's not that bad. It's a
Like,
3
for
cost and you get
zombies,
7
It's-
stats.
It's kind of bad because yeah, like it's still it can trade well with plant stuff and still hit for 2 to face, which isn't amazing or anything, but like it's more versatile again, which doesn't need to be. It's supposed to be like a sniper, you know. It's supposed to have like one use, sort of one hit wonder.
It has like one stat above the average, which is like 6 for 3 cost, like in total. So it's
Yeah.
like a 3 cost will normally have.
It's different
Like
for
3/3.
costs. 'Cause in
It is a-
costs, you can have like 3/3, or then you can have less damage and more HP because they'll trade anyway.
But that's what Zomblob is. It's a 3 cost, less damage, 5
Yeah,
health.
But you can still have like 2/6.
But like too much more HP. Hold on, Wormhole Gatekeeper. So just for the people who are listening, Wormhole Gatekeeper, 3 cost 2/5 science zombie. Zombies you conjure get +1/+1. Start of turn, each player conjures a card. It used to be was a 3-cost 2/5 history science zombie with bullseye. Each player draws an extra card each turn, so it lost the bullseye, and it
conjures now
stopped being
instead
a
of.
history zombie,
And
and it conjures instead of drawing a card for each person. But it does get the +1/+1 for your zombies, which is an interesting trait they're carrying over from Regifter.
Oh well, yeah, you can't.
But it doesn't nerf the plant conjure, which is interesting. I don't really think that when you're doing these like card draw things, you need to be getting a +1/+1. Though I understand why you want to give it because you've taken away the bullseye.
Yeah.
But I think generally, I don't like the idea of conjuring like extra powerful cards. Kind of, because conjuring and drawing cards is supposed to be like an
Especially
extra
with
trait
Deep
you
Sea
add on.
Gargantuar. Another
Yeah.
warlord. Frameup should make a deck with only warlords and Deep Sea Gargantuars.
Mm.
That would be funny.
Yeah. 2020, warlords and deep sea guards.
2020?
Like 20 of each.
Oh, I thought you meant
Uh,
the year 2020. Let's go. We're back in time.
I mean, that's when the
Zombot, Dinotronic Mechasaur. I mean, nothing to
Uh,
say about that, right? It's just game over. Goodbye.
Yeah, I don't know why I got buffed.
We
No
talked
need.
about that
This
before.
buff is so insane because unlike maybe some other buffs that make it weak to like big removal cards, this just makes it always better because there's nothing that would
It always
have
it
killed
already
Zombot
was.
that doesn't kill it now, but there's a bunch of things that could have killed Zombot that don't kill it now.
Yeah, it's just, and it has no reason to be better. It was already, I would say, a little too strong because it has bullseye.
It was already strong. Like
Uh,
you could use it very reasonably in like a good deck as just a finisher.
Oh yeah,
'Cause
6,
these dudes
7
are
bullseye
strong.
without an ability. Yeah, without an ability, it was already like
Yeah.
pretty strong because it's just a
Like, there
7
aren't
cost
that many
7
tiny
bullseye, which
wizard
is like
zombies, so whenever it
And then
spawns
it-
one,
yeah.
it's usually big. And if it does one in the river, it's always Mondo Bronze
Yeah.
and stuff. Like not in the river, the water lane.
The river lane.
The river.
But yeah,
Abracadaver.
it's okay, solid buff. It
Yeah.
doesn't do much.
change
That's
too
an okay
much,
buff.
but yeah, Abracadabra kind of sucks. Abracadabra.
Basically means that it just
Abracadabra.
lives like a little bit more, so it's a threat to face again. So you need to like
Yeah.
you can't kill it with a 2 damage thing. You have to actually either put a 3 damage thing, or you have to play two 2 damage things or something. So it's a little bit more surviving, which is the whole point. It's supposed to threaten your opponent's face with the like extra efficiency of doing the 2 damage randomly, and then they need to like react to it.
Bungee plumber.
Same change as was done to Berry
We
Blast.
already
I
kind of
don't know
talked.
why they did
plumber.
this, but yeah, it can move on. Doesn't change. too
Yeah,
many
it's just
like-
actions, but it's just kind of annoying.
You can't just do
Odd.
it to face. You
Yeah.
you normally never use Spongy Plumber to face unless
You'd
they
only
have
use
2
it if
health.
they have- yeah.
Yeah, or like
yeah, you don't use
have
it
a
for like
plant
unless it's
down.
like a guaranteed kill.
But I
Kill,
feel,
yeah,
I, feel
it's-
like it would
I don't
be
know why they-
tense moments if you were low on health. Is like, does he have the bungee plumber? No, it's just.
Yeah,
like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've actually won a lot of matches from like doing 2 damage to face, or like I've been really annoyed that they did that to me.
Yeah.
But
Cake explosion.
But like, yeah, I've never felt it can be annoying, but I've never felt like it should be gotten rid of though. It's never something I'm like get rid of that
no.
ability.
Because Berry Blast has it. It's
Yeah.
fair.
but like
Yeah.
I don't want it to happen. I think they should just revert Berry Blast and Bungee Plumber to its original state. It's
Yeah.
like state. It's like a staple of PVZ heroes.
Yeah.
No need.
Cake
Yeah, they should be
explosion.
because it's like Kabloom is supposed to be the big crazy one, and Crazy is the crazy one, of course. So they should be able to do stuff that other tricks
Yeah.
can't do. But whatever. Yeah, Cake Explode.
Clay Explosion, kind of good trick now. 3 cost, do.
But it's also like Sizzle.
It's the
like,
exact same as Sizzle.
Like I'm not
Yeah.
giving it credit.
Cake explosion did it first.
Conga and Cuckoo
Sizzle
Zombie,
suck if it
not
was a
meaningful.
4 cost 5 damage.
Huh?
4
Sorry.
cost 6 damage. Sizzle could be good.
4 cost 6 damage could be reasonable.
Oh, because a lot of the guards actually have 6 health now. It would be good.
Conga Zombie, now has like can be conjured from barrels of barrels, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Not really
Uh,
meaningful that much.
And then
Uh,
Cuckoo Zombie.
Flock Synergy is dead.
Synergy
Flock Tribe died.
RIP.
This is the
Lady.
worst change in the game.
They should delete
Cuckoo
PVZ.
Zombie will become
This and
playable.
Night Snap.
Oh yeah.
Well, let's be honest, Cuckoo Zombie is
Disco
more
Dance Floor
because of pet.
is it is. Well, it's not more, but it's like it's the same overpoweredness, and pets are better, so it's gotten stronger, kind of like through osmosis.
Yeah, like because of other cards. Disco
Yeah,
Dance Floor nerfed significantly. Now it has
Nerfed.
Overshoot 2
Now
instead of 3.
Pretty
Yeah.
mediocre.
It's like not the best, but it still does the job if necessary.
In a world where the other zombies weren't getting like huge buffs, I would be like, eh. But in this,
Kinda
I'm
upset.
fine with it.
I
It
think
doesn't.
it's
like-
honestly fair because it used to be kind of overpowered.
Yeah.
Where it was just a
Mhm.
2
Yeah, it was
cost
kinda
3
strong.
that always hit face.
Especially with all the other zombie nerfs, I think this is a good
Yeah.
nerf. Zombie buffs. Yeah, this is a good nerf.
Like, even
Discotron
if it got
3000.
killed that turn, which it usually didn't, it's just a 2 cost 3 damage, so you're getting your
Yeah,
money's worth.
exactly.
Basically.
Well, yeah,
Discotron 3000 is a 6 cost 5/5 instead of a 4/4.
This doesn't change much.
It's
but
better. It's
alright.
not that big of a change. It
Eh.
means that it doesn't die to sizzle.
It,
which,
and
fair
Extra
enough,
feel
it's a
like
thick
it kills
cost.
some stuff. What was it?
Yeah.
What did it kill us? It killed
It
like
kills
Cob cannon. No, it doesn't actually.
No,
Cob cannon does
it's
a
a
-1/-1.
no,
It's
it
a
survives. It survives certain things, or it can kill like a Poppin' Poppy.
Oh, yeah,
because
like
it'll get
survive
through the
the-
little buddy to the Poppin' Poppy,
and it survives. the
or
Poppin'
it'll
Poppy.
survive.
Well, oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Or it'll survive the
What is pop and pop?
what's the other-
4/4? Yeah.
It
Or
survives
for
Cob Cannon.
response
Cob
3.
Cannon. It survives the Cob Cannon to face. Like
True.
you know,
Yeah.
because it's 4
It just survives more
4
stuff.
damage. Now it's 5 damage.
And then a necessary
Um.
change, exploding fruitcake. It used to do 7 damage, 2 cost, ridiculous. Like shouldn't
I
be
think they
allowed.
wanted to protect Wingnut, among other things, but like specifically Wingnut, which we've been holding off on this for a while. But Wingnut is one of the most important cards to fight back against Trickster and Valkyrie decks, but also for fighting Frenzy. And fair enough, Frenzy Crazy might not be happening that much because a lot of the Frenzy is like Hearty,
Mhm, yeah.
which Hearty Crazy is a Z-Mech.
Let's just say
um,
everyone's gonna be running Wingnut from now on, or else they just lose the
Yeah,
game.
but basically this means that Wingnut is a safe play, so Valk Trickster or whatever doesn't like counter it.
Yeah. Valkyrie Trickster does not counter. Yeah, good point. And then moving on to
Exploding
What's it?
fruitcake.
exploding fruitcake. It does conjure fruit though for the player, which is like
It did.
it still does. It definitely did it. It still does a lot of damage for a 2 cost.
Yeah.
It's insane. It does 5 damage.
Can kill a lot of things.
Yeah, well, so many things. Can kill almost
For
everything on the
only
board.
2, it's insane. Like,
hmm And it before it did 7, which was like the most unfair shit ever.
yeah, it could.
Um,
It was the only thing that could kill dark matter dragon fruit.
hmm So I feel like they found a sweet spot for this one.
Which, to be fair, plants need the good finishers now, so like I think
Mhm.
Dark Matter Dragon Fruit being a little bit invincible is actually okay. Because it's still just gonna die to a Gargantuar.
Yeah.
You can just do a Bungee Plumber plus Fruitcake.
What? Again.
Bungee Plumber plus Fruitcake to kill
Victor,
a Dark
with
Matter
what
Dragon.
brains?
Crazy
Plus
brain.
6 cost.
Yeah, 6 cost bungee plumber. And the
What?
7
The
cost
Dark
fruit.
Matter
Oh,
Dragon Fruit.
shit, yeah, I forgot. I forgot it does that.
It's only ability.
That's why you
Smart
needed
man.
Fruit Cake, because it was so cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's why it wasn't the only thing.
I forgot I did that. Damn, yeah.
It's like
It's like
Locust Swarm still
Locust Swarm.
kills, but like,
Dark Matter
yeah,
Dragon
it's not.
Fruit.
It's not
The
effective.
ultimate counter to
Dark
everything.
Matter Dragon Fruit, now it's being held back by the fact that it doesn't have double strike, so it won't actually win games for you. It'll just sit
I mean,
there,
it kind of
not
will
letting
win
you
games
lose.
for you because it does six splash damage, so it can
Yeah, but
kill
all
the
they need to do is
first.
play their Gargs. Like, let's say your Gargs die, you just play the Garg on heights if it's in the middle lane, or you
Just
play a
play
Garg to
another
face
Wizard
of the
Garg.
Dark Matter Dragon Fruit.
Yeah.
Play
Like, what you
another
can
Wizard
literally
Garg
do
and
is you can
then-
play a Wizard Garg on heights for the bullseye to stay, and then play like have a
Deep-
cheap thing in front of the dark matter dragon fruit and then make that the Gargantuar, and there's a good chance it'll just kill the dark matter dragon fruit.
No, almost likely. Like, there's a very low chance you don't kill it. Yeah. Well, let's move on from exploding fruitcake and go to final mission. Which is
2
still
cost
crazy.
trick, destroy a zombie, then to do 4 damage to a plant. It used to be able to do the damage to plant heroes. So this basically means that you can't do 8 damage to face with like barrel final mission, which is a good thing, I think.
Definitely agree, because
I feel like this is sort of the zombie version of Triceratops photosynthesizer, except that it's like this is the they did the thing.
In fact, it might be
You know,
better
that's
if
the
finally
difference,
things have
right?
one health.
Yeah. No, but like think about it. This is the difference. They made this in such a way where they only nerfed one of them, and they nerfed it in such a way that still makes it a viable card generally.
It's just now
While
removal
weakening
instead
the
of on
combo.
purpose. Yeah.
Instead, what they did with Triceratops photosynthesizer was they killed both cards, making them both completely unviable.
Because yeah, photosynthesizer was still good. Triceratops could be, for the most part, balanced.
Triceratops could have just been like when you draw a card, and then that would be like, I think that would already be like a pretty big change, because it means that whatchamacallem, starch lords don't do anything, photosynthesizers don't do anything, mayflowers don't do anything.
One, two,
So many things.
Triceratops would be far, maybe. If photosynthesizer.
1-2 Triceratops with photosynthesizer the way it is would be, I think, like a fair.
Yeah.
yeah, fair shit. But
Yeah, because then
yeah.
really when it's that, the only real danger would be getting it out of Rolling Stone / weed spray range, and that's more or less the same.
It's still pretty ridiculous in all honesty.
What?
Like, it's still pretty ridiculous in all honesty, because you do 4 damage to a plant and then you do 4 damage to a hero.
Oh no,
or-
you do 5, because it also does 1 damage to everything.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The Barrow
It does 5 damage. It does 1 damage to plants and zombies, not to
Yeah, not to heroes.
the hero.
Yeah,
Electric
so only
Rectus does to
Hits,
heroes.
But like, if you're trying to counter something, you can do 9 damage.
But you can kill a 5 health plant with this, and then still do 4 to face.
Which is still really good. You're
Which-
doing 9 damage in one
Yeah,
turn.
still really strong.
Just nerf.
You know what would be funny would be if they made a barrel untrickable and it was like on your own side too. So like
Huh?
like zombies
Oh,
can't play
so you-
tricks on it either.
But then it'll be unplayable.
No.
Well, not unplayable. It'll still
but
be
it'd worse. Well,
it'll be a lot worse.
you can just plop it in front of something.
Yeah, but that's harder.
Oh, but like I feel
You have
like
to wait until-
people would say like, yeah, but it's a legendary, it has to be good or whatever, and it's like, okay, but like it should be a legendary on its own terms, because like basically what I mean, sure, yeah, but like what I'm saying is if we do that to
That was what I
Barrel
was
of
gonna say.
Deadbeards, think about it. It's not actually a legendary on its own terms. It's a legendary only because of Final Mission. Like if without Final Mission this card becomes useless, then maybe it's a bad card. You know, like it.
Guys, you should make
'Cause-
Captain Deadbeard a card. An uncommon card.
Fuck's sake.
For the lol. Just so they can bloat up the card packs a little.
Anyways, what's
Or
the
fruit.
flamenco zombie? Meaningless nerf.
Yeah, it doesn't really do anything. It's still pretty good as a card because
Like,
the
on
I mean,
top of
anything that's doing
that,
1
no one's gonna
damage.
waste one
It's
damage.
basically the
Yeah.
only differences are hot lava and scorched earth, and
Yeah.
cactus and sting
And lava
beam, but
guava.
Sting
Oh,
beam
no,
is
lava
not getting
guava
played
already
in front of
killed it.
this.
But like, the thing is,
Yeah, 2 damage.
Turn 5, no one's gonna bother to get rid of a 3-1. Like, go out of their way with like tricks.
Yeah.
And they're not gonna use anything that could have killed a 3-1.
They're just
without
gonna
doing
use the 1-cost plant to kill it
Yeah,
off.
or
That's
just
what.
like hot lava.
Yeah, or hot lava, which is 0.
Yeah, or just ignore it, and like if they're high enough health or they're about to block, they'll just let it hit anyways. Like anything that would have killed flamenco that late will kill it anyways in like the way it is now compared to 3-1. So it's not really a meaningful change to flamenco's problem. You could have made it a 2-1
It should have done 3 damage.
And it would
to the
still
plant
probably
hero
not
for
change
its
that
stats
much.
zombie. How much does the twins cost?
What twins?
The
Binary stars is
binary
5.
stars.
Oh yeah, 5. Yeah,
Oh.
5 double damage.
Yeah, 5 costs 3/3, but really it's a 5 cost 6/3, so like, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good
5
point.
costs 6/3 that makes everything else do like double
Double
damage as well.
Double damage. It's a pretty good card, to be honest.
You can attack for 8 if you have it live until
Yeah.
Flamingo.
I wish it wasn't Gravestone though.
No, it's better as Gravestone.
Really? Yeah, it is better. Yeah.
because they
Yeah.
can
Good
just kill
point.
it.
Yep.
Yeah, they would kill it earlier. They would just berry blast.
Barry blast. Alright, let's go to Frankentoir.
Binary
it's
stars and gadget
Oh my
scientists
god.
Would be busted.
5 cost 5/7, and then splash damage 2, which is pretty insane. This gets
Franken
+1
to bullshit.
when a zombie is destroyed. So
They just
What
gave it
this is
splash
actually-
damage. Yeah.
what this does is like, since it gets +1/1 for each time a zombie. Wait, a zombie's destroyed. What's the point of that?
It's just random. They just kind of tack
Yeah.
it on.
Random. What's the point? We do more damage, of course, but like, I thought it was when a plant is destroyed, then
No.
that Frankentoir.
No. The point of it is that like it it's like Frankenstein because it takes like dead
Yeah.
zombies and puts them.
I
in
mean, it
to
does use
become stronger
electricity
or
to
whatever.
attack.
Yeah, that's why it splashes. But like.
Yeah.
I
Because
don't
it's like
know.
lightning read.
Yeah,
Except that lightning read only does 1 splash, so like fuck you.
I mean, it's an okay buff. Not really as insane as like Deep Sea
Kinda like
Gargantuar
buff.
or Wizard
If you want to
Gargantuar.
buff it,
Oh,
you
yeah,
can
yeah.
make, like,
Can we?
Maybe a 4 cost, but it does 2 damage to all zombies when played.
Can we realize
So it could like kill
how
some.
like almost like
I don't know.
reflexively discriminatory we are to plants when we're balancing things? Like think about it. We look at lightning read and think, no, giving it 2 splash damage would be too OP. But then people defend changing Frankentuar to have an extra 2 splash damage
People
for
defend
no
it.
fucking reason.
They probably
I'm afraid that all Gargantuar players defend this, and like I mean the devs defend it, right? Because they didn't give
Oh, yeah,
the
true.
lightning read the 2 splash.
They should have
damage.
given
like-
lightning read to splash to damage.
Like
Slash.
fundamentally,
Yeah.
we are so much more critical of plants. Like when we're looking at plants, we're balancing them to be weak. We're like, oh, that might actually be a good card. We can't have that. But then for zombies, if it isn't a good card, then it needs a buff.
Gargantuar
like-
throwing in.
Pretty good
It's
card, to be
kinda
honest.
Crazy because you just get a free
Yeah.
5 cost plus 2.
And then imagine if they placed down hot lava. Insane.
What do you mean? Oh.
Like they already have a hot lava placed down. You just
yeah,
play
die.
Gargantuar on
Yeah.
it. Guaranteed. And even if it dies, it's still a guaranteed Gargantuar.
Yeah. Oh, this is
Gizzard
actually-
Lizard.
Frankentuar. Would be good if it did 2 damage to all zombies. And like, I don't know, had better stats. Because then it would kill Gargthorn.
Oh,
and get
wait, I
+1
have a question.
For it, and then spawn the Garg.
For Wizard Gargantuar, if it doesn't have another zombie to make into a
It probably just doesn't do its
Gargantuar.
ability.
yeah, it just doesn't do its ability.
Yeah,
right?
then it won't do
Itself
anything,
into a
yeah, because
zombie
another.
does a bonus attack with bullseye.
Wait, another? No, it can't be itself. If it's
Yeah,
an enemy,
another.
it'll be pretty crazy.
Another one.
Another one. But yeah, okay. What did you say again? Sorry.
Gizzard Lizard just got better for no
Like
reason.
before.
Turns itself into a zombot and does a bonus attack.
Oh no, before that.
Oh, Frankentuar should.
He was talking about.
Gargantuar should do 2 damage to all zombies when played, but should have better
What?
stats. Yeah, because then you can play Garg Throwing Imp on turn 4, and it would kill the Garg Throwing Imp, get 1+1, and then spawn the Gargantuar.
It would be like that 5
Engin, you're just
cost guy.
making the next final mission Barrel of Deadbeards nightmare.
It'll be that like
um,
5
okay.
cost guy, right?
Oh, Gas Giant.
Yeah, Gas
Oh, they
Giant.
just kinda
Oh, Gas
go
Giant,
on
yeah.
Gas
So that
Giant. Oh,
Gas
I
Gas
remember.
Giant doesn't benefit from the damage from the death itself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it does.
Gizzard
It does
Lizard
damage to the plant
is-
hero.
Gizzard Lizard used to be a chickening,
Mediocre.
basically, right?
Yeah, but now it's even better
Which-
than a chickening. Because it's cheaper
Yeah,
and it
it's
does 3
stronger,
damage.
and
yeah.
all it takes is an evolution, which zombies have cheap stuff like imposter, which is like it pays itself back in a card, and you still get like a
Gizzard
base for
Lizard's kinda
something.
crazy.
It's really good.
It is in crazy class.
But no, like actually, because it's
Oh,
already
crazy
called
because it's crazy class. Funny joking.
Oh, but its only downside is that
Yeah.
it's not a gravestone or anything.
Yeah, well, it
Yeah,
needs the
that-
evolution ability.
It
so-
needs the evolution. That's the only thing. Yeah. But like that's such a small minor thing.
It's not
Because-
that minor.
Zombies.
Yeah,
you
honestly,
know?
evolution. I feel like evolution for zombies isn't as bad as it is for plants. I don't know, like everything feels like it's just harsher for plants. Like,
Evolution,
like, cause you
problem is
evolve.
it has to be like not defensive but offensive most of it. Well, for zombies it does. For plants it's good if it's defensive. But because
Yeah.
zombies can't really react to anything happening their turn. They can only react to their previous turn. That's why Gizzard Lizard was actually
Yeah.
bad, because it's actually pretty good if you look at it on paper. Like only the stats.
And I mean, there's very few things that are being played on turn 2 that are going to survive 3 damage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, you get to a kind of like.
I think it's
And
better
the thing
off
is, you
to-
can also play it later now.
Yeah, I think it's better off to save it for later because
Like-
I don't think many things gonna.
Yeah, I think actually
I don't think
this
there's
is
many
the
things gonna
ultimate
be played.
anti-pine clone card. This is like the pine clone
yeah.
killer.
Oh yeah,
Because
shit.
now you can just, if you're playing against a pine clone deck,
like
if you can
Psycho,
tell it's a pine clone deck,
Nightcap.
save the Gizzard Lizard for turn 5. They play turn 4 pine clone, and then you have two extra brains to play something to evolve it on if you don't have anything on the field. And you kill all the pine clones, and the person playing the pine clone deck loses because pine clone decks cannot take losing all of their pine clones.
And then you just
Which,
win.
okay, fair enough. Pine clone decks aren't really a thing anymore. Like, seriously, like people mostly play them kind of as a joke. Yeah, but still, like, you don't need to nail that coffin any harder than it already is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Anyways.
Agreed.
Baba.
Grave
Grave
Robber.
Robber,
nerfed.
it's
2-0,
it's
2-1.
nerf, but again, it's not that meaningful, I'd say.
Yeah, Grave Robber
It's-
was mainly there for the like damage.
Damage,
it's-
yeah.
Well, it's weak now because everyone's gonna be
It-
running barrel.
But like it
It's
doesn't.
more meaningful than
if this was a,
flamenco,
if
but
this
it's
was a-
not as meaningful as like, yeah.
If this was a plant, then it would be a lot more terrifying because there's a lot of counters in the zombie side to
Yeah.
one health. But I guess like a galactic cactus can kill it. That one grape fruit thingamajiggy can kill it.
Sour grapes? I forgot that was called.
Sour
Someone
grapes,
brought
yeah.
it.
For
I think
cost does
no.
damage to
Sour
all.
grapes?
Have more than
Does one damage to
Yeah.
all.
the four
Oh,
costs,
that
two
thing!
to-
I thought when you said sour grapes, I thought you meant grapes of wrath. I was like,
No.
what?
No,
Like, you know,
no.
the 7
Yeah,
cost
yeah.
6/6. I was like, how? What
Yeah,
are they talking
that's
about?
why you need
But
to
no, yeah,
explain
sour
this
grapes.
passive, yeah.
I forgot that existed. I literally like completely escaped my mind that was even a thing.
Yeah. I
See,
hate
they
grapes.
should
No,
they
it's
should have
so
they
good.
should have changed that to like a 3/3 or something. Or like made that.
Oh
card
yeah, by the
better.
way, if Gizzard Lizard gets to be a 3 cost,
Yeah, why can't that be a-
3/3 that does 3 damage,
Why can't sour
but
grape
it needs
be
an
like
evolution. Okay, that's like the limit.
Isn't
Sour
sour
grapes
grapes a 4
could-
cost as well?
Yeah, no, grapes.
It's a
sour
4
grapes
cost
could do way
2/2 that
better.
does 2.
It could do 2
Sour
to
grapes
all
could be a 4
zombies.
cost 3/3 easily.
Or
Yeah.
yeah.
They should make it overpowered and make it do like 4 cost does 4
4
damage to
cost
everything.
4/4 that does 4 damage. That would be funny. I mean,
But-
would that
wait,
even
but-
change the game that much? I mean, seriously, like,
But no,
given
that's
how
a-
strong
that's
zombies
a-
are,
that's
would
a
it even
cur-
matter?
That's a Colonel Man.
Colonel Corn.
Yeah. Oh, also Colonel Corn is shit now. Like complete shit.
Oh yeah, it wasn't even that.
It was
amazing
already
before.
it was already
Well, I
bad.
don't-
They should
He was
make it
never
do
really
6
that
damage.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't do enough to actually field clear late game because especially when they're playing Gargs, it's not actually gonna field clear late
You know
game
what they
with
should
4
have changed
damage.
it. You know what they should have changed that to? They should have done when played does 5 damage to all zombies on field, and then at the start of turn do 2 damage to every zombie, or like here and next door or something along those lines.
Honestly, like given how strong
That
these
would've made
zombies
it a
are, I
lot
don't even.
better.
Again, we're thinking like, oh, but that's so strong. but compared to all these zombie changes, not really.
No, it would have made it fair.
Like,
And
eh,
especially since it's a legendary.
it would be like a
Or then it could do.
it would be like a playable card.
Or 7 damage to zombies here and next door.
Nah, I wanted to do at the start of every turn.
I wanted to kill everything.
I wanted to kill everything.
Well, you have 3-headed chopper for that.
Oh no, but 3-headed chomper kind of sucks because it's at
But
the end.
3-headed chomper never survived.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Force field. Make force field a 1-cost environment.
Honestly, when 3-headed chomper should be when played. Yeah, bring back Funny Night, Soul Patch Funny Night.
Uh-huh.
Force field into Soul Patch.
Oh,
We
against
need
guard
Funny Night. That's the only way we can protect
guard
ourselves.
Against guard decks. Soul patch. How much? What stats of Grapes of Wrath? 6/6? Yeah, 6/6. And it does 6 more.
Well, yeah, but Engin, they don't really because the Rust Bolt will just rocket science the Soul Patch.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
It needs to be untrickable,
need
so they should have
Soul
added.
Patch to have.
Brains to do that.
They should have added untrickable. To
Hold on.
Soul
What's
Patch.
the? No. What's the thing? Umbrella Leaf. It's Mega Grow, right?
Yeah.
So Soul
Wait,
Patch
if-
is
if-
Guardian, Grass Knuckles, Grass Knuckles. Play Grass
he had-
Knuckles.
if
Funny
Soul-
Night Grass Knuckles edition.
If it had Soul Patch, if Soul Patch had untrickable and you placed it onto the force field, it would just you would be unkillable, right?
Yeah, you would. No.
Yeah, there's nothing you can do about
There's
that.
still
No,
destroy
Zomba.
Yeah, those types of stuff.
Oh yeah. So honestly,
But other than that,
that's not
it
even
isn't
that
killable.
OP. I feel like that's not actually that OP though. Like, because you still have like Cheese
But you-
Shover, Zombot,
Cheese shover. Oh. You
Oh
still
my
have
God, what's it?
excavator.
Excavator, yeah.
Excavator. There's still stuff. I feel like again, we want to say it's OP because it's a plant, but when we think about the stuff that zombies have, even something I would argue that actually an all-star zombie,
Or
as it
and
is
they
with the
just
untrickable, is better than
they can
a
just
Soul Patch with
switch the-
untrickable.
they can just switch the environment. That's
Yeah,
also
they can
effective.
replace
Yeah, they can switch the environment. Yeah, exactly. So actually, it's not even that OP. Even if Soul Patch had untrickable, it's still not that good because fundamentally, zombies are just so much stronger. They can, if they can replace the environment, they can outdamage you. If they can play Cheese Shover, Zombot, or anything else like an Excavator, they can just get rid of it. If they play their stuff earlier, which is better, they'll probably kill you before you ever get to that point, assuming that you've gotten both a force field and Soul Patch, and they didn't like brick you in the beginning of the game. There's so many reasons why it's still not good.
Yeah, to play
They should-
both, you need to get to turn 10. No. How
They-
much does Soul
they-
Patch cost? 8?
Soul Patch is 7.
Ah,
7,
11,
yeah. Turn 11.
Turn 11,
Well, technically no, turn 8 because
or play the force field and then
or
or play Soul Patch into the force field, or,
oh no, you
or
can
play
do
Soul
you
Patch
can do
and then
it.
force
You can do
field.
it turn
or-
7, turn 6 force field, turn
Yeah.
7.
But then that's
thing.
the risk of the force
Yeah.
field getting replaced.
Well, that's it can happen in the same turn as well. Turn 11 that you play it because
Yeah.
turn 11 tricks they could just environment and then it's GG. So it doesn't
Yeah.
actually
So
change.
actually, yeah, literally, yeah, people would, but that's the thing though. I would bet you anything if Soul Patch got untrickable, people would be crying in the like subreddits and in the forums. They would be like, "Oh my god, so OP."
Yeah.
But it wouldn't even matter with this kind of even in the game as it is now. I don't think it would matter.
Maybe.
Like, sure, people would use it as a finisher, but like, it wouldn't actually be that much better than most finishers, because for it to be really good, you would need the force field.
Yeah. Anyways.
Spawn another Soul Patch when playing Soul Patch.
When destroyed, spawn another Soul Patch in a round.
Headhunter is now
Spawn
called
5
Bobblehead
extras.
and is a 4-cost 2/4 instead of a 3/4. Doesn't have hunt and it will never had hunt. Sorry, it's just talking that it
So
doesn't
it's
have the
just-
hunt in the name.
Yeah.
It's nerfed.
Did Headhunter need a nerf? I don't know.
It was pretty kind of busted, but it was one of those legendaries that was actually really good, but people didn't use it that much. But like when they did use it,
Yeah. I think it's one of those where like like people didn't bother to learn how to use it properly.
Because it could be a
But if you were
5-6,
using
I
it,
think.
I don't know why all of the nerfs they could have done, they chose Headhunter.
Yeah, it could be a 5-6 that does 2 damage. To
Yeah.
the plant hero with bullseye.
To be honest, they could have taken a buff, and I don't think anyone
No,
would have
no,
like
buff would be
minded
easy.
at all.
If it got a buff, everyone would use it.
Well, yeah. Well, everyone's gonna use all the Gargs, so like.
Yeah. But the guards were
It
bad
could've-
before. Headhunter was good before. Oh, they still buffed like Shield Crusher, which I don't know why they did that.
Exactly.
but yeah, but like Headhunter was good, but no one cared before, and now no one will care even more because it's actually
worse.
like not that good anymore.
Uh,
It's still not bad. It's just not that good.
Hippity hop, get on my.
Again, doing this stupid thing of like letting it do the ability when it's played for no reason.
Oh,
Uh,
it spawns an extra mystery egg. I don't know. Not that
Uh,
important.
I mean, it's not that bad.
It's still good.
I don't like that type of quote unquote like fix or rework
Yeah,
or
now it
buff
just
or
gets more
whatever.
value.
Like that it make
So-
a big card
Oh, when you
more
when you
value
play it,
by
you
just
get a
having it do the thing.
yeah. When you play it, you get two zombies instead of one.
Yeah.
If it lives, of course.
Moonbase Z
Yeah.
is now assigned to barrel environment.
Which you can go from barrel to barrels,
Yeah.
which is like the only advantage.
That's basically everything that changes.
Quick draw.
Quick
Yeah.
Draw Con Man is no longer a pirate zombie
So
which is
it gets
huge
nerfed a bit.
for pirate deck synergy.
Yeah.
But
it's
that's
still not-
actually a really big
I don't-
change.
The thing is, as its own card, I still think it's pushing it a little.
I still think
As
it's
a
really
1/3
good, but
bullseye.
pirate
It's-
was
it's-
definitely what drove it to being like overpowered.
Like with
Like,
pirate, it
Pirate
feels
made
like
it
a legendary,
unkillable.
but now it just feels like a really good super rare. That's what it feels like.
Yeah, it's a really strong card, but it's not as broken. But it's still,
Yeah.
I don't like
It's
it.
like
I
it's
feel like you could still
it's-
tweak it.
Like it's a bit below the border of being OP.
What if it was a 0-4? Actually, zombies never have 0 attack, except for Cat Lady, but she still gets buffed. So
1-5, fucking ridiculous. One cost 0-5.
that would be fair. We're in Battle.
But yeah.
Zombot's Wrath is now 2
Um,
cost
It just
strict, do
ruined
2
this
damage to a
card for
plant if
no
there are
reason.
4 or more zombies.
It's
It's just a
we
worse bungee
discussed-
plumber, but if there's 4 zombies, it'll do 4 damage, which
It's still not worth it because
Eh?
this costs 3 and this costs 2.
what? How? I mean, it's going back to Wizard Gargantua makes it easier. Oh no, it doesn't because it's just
Yeah.
the same amount.
Hippity Hop Gargantuar makes it easier.
Hippity hop.
But is 4 damage really gonna matter
Chop
when
on
you
my-
have Hippity Hop Gargantuar on the field?
No,
2 others.
it's still pretty shit.
No, it's awful.
Yeah,
It used to be
yeah.
good, actually. Now it's just bad.
It used to be solid because
yeah,
it did three
actually
damage
I
and
was
could kill a
looking
lot of things.
forward to like a Zombot Wrath meta, like a Garg Wrath. Like
Destruction.
because now there's a lot of three health plants that were like, ooh, maybe that like people will have to actually play Zombot Wrath. Oh, it's
Yeah.
useless now.
You know what they should have done? Like, since no one really saw like if there's a zombie in every lane does double damage, it should have been they should have actually changed it to left it the same. Do 3 damage to a plant, and then if Zombot 1000 is on the field, do double damage.
Mhm.
Because that's more probable than having like 5 zombies in every
Well, I guess
in the
'cause crazy is
Honestly,
kind of a spam deck. Not really.
Yeah.
Sometimes
No.
More of a,
there's
yeah.
like it's so rare to get 5 zombies on the field.
Yeah, no, it's impossible.
you
to
need
get a
Amphibia,
zombie in every
that's the
lane,
problem.
basically.
I mean, it's more possible now because of Deep Sea Gargantuar.
Yeah, but it's still not crazy.
Not no,
Um,
definitely not.
okay, moving on to
Unlike its
completely unnecessary. From weird to completely unnecessary. All-Star Zombie is
On
the
game
exact same
untrickable.
5/4/6 armored
It's
1
already good
frenzy,
before, like,
but it has
no one
untrickable.
was
It
complaining
was
that
already
All-Star
so
Zombie was
annoying to
bad.
deal with,
Yeah.
and it was still getting buffed by Chicken, the
So now
mascot imp.
you can't. Now this is one of those cards that can only be. It's basically a Gargantuar. You can only kill it with like Cob Cannon, Briar Rose, Those cards. Winter
I
Splash.
I remember every single time that thing was played, I was like, what the fuck do I do now? And that was when it was trickable. I was still like, oh my god, praying for like a squash to fall from the skies, you know?
But now
Like-
it's untrickable.
There's like no other.
But now there's
cards
nothing.
Like Shamrocket to kill these. And now yeah, they just make it untrickable and there's nothing. Yeah, no one's.
So yeah,
Yeah,
there's
the
literally
All-Star was
nothing.
Bad, so this is just out of nowhere.
And the fact that it's still, of course, a sports zombie
Which can
means
be
that
buffed
it'll
by,
become a 5/7 and then a 6/8. You know, every turn it'll be getting better because of mascot. It has armored and it
Mhm.
has frenzy. Frenzy is the strongest one here because it means that you
Yeah.
can't jump block it. You have to actually kill it, or you have to survive
It's
the
like
hit,
it's
which
like
is
a
going to
mini.
be harder and harder and harder.
It's like now it's like a mini Octo Zombie.
It just doesn't come
Like-
back.
Yeah, because it's never going
Yeah.
away. Yeah, unlike instead of not coming back, it never goes away in the first place.
And it's kind of more tanky than the Octo Zombie because it has armored, but that just doesn't come back. Yeah.
But Octo
And a
Zombie
bit.
has more health.
Yeah,
But if
Yeah.
you're hitting it with like 1 and 2,
I
then
feel
it's
like-
tanky.
I feel like the problem here is really just that like
Ice Untrickable.
this is basically a timer card. Like, you know, like when the zombies play it down,
Can you
you
play?
have
can
like
you,
5 turns
Gravity Tree
left.
can kill it.
I guess.
But still, that's
Yeah.
one
But
card.
come on. I don't want to have to run Gravitrees in my decks.
Because next turn Gravity kills it. But
Yeah,
kinda
it's
wanna
what-
this
Yeah,
turn
next
counter,
turn.
You know?
It's kind of what Nicholas said. It's
Yeah.
like, but you don't really know that they're gonna have All Star. You need to play Gravity before they play All Star.
And Engin, that assumes that they don't have mascot
So,
imp.
They play. Oh yeah.
Yeah, but like, what if they use tricks to buff it, Sugary Tree, or like,
Yeah.
Or
hope
to
and it's done.
it,
Well,
yeah.
If they play
But yeah,
any,
presuming
timer,
They
it's
play it
like
on
a-
turn 5, and then you play. Oh, but then they can use turn 6 to buff it. Fair.
yeah,
The
Yeah,
Gravitree's
no, but like
still,
literally, it's a timer card. They place it down, and you're on a clock now. You have to kill them. Like it's one of those things where you have to ignore that lane and do damage to face really quickly to win the game, because you're
This
never
is
gonna
wh-
kill this thing.
this is where Aggro Solar Flare is really good. But
But it's not because it doesn't exist anymore.
yeah,
To
it's
be fair,
gone.
Aggro Solar Flare wasn't that good against Hearty because they always have like healing powers.
True, but Nibble doesn't heal anymore.
What?
Nibble doesn't heal anymore.
Nebel?
Nibble, yeah,
Oh,
Nibble.
Oh yeah, I forgot it used to heal for 2.
which was kind of
Bonus track Buckethead just got better.
Superpower heal for 6.
Oh yeah, sure, I forgot it does that.
That was the
Old
most-
bandage or something.
Heroic.
Yeah, no. Heroic power, heroic heart. Heroic health.
Ah, remember. Wasn't that bandage or something?
No,
I
it's
don't
like big glowy heart that like grew. Bonus track Buckethead is now a 4 cost 4.
Better.
This
a little
needed
better.
buff, but this is not the buff it
Maybe.
needed.
Yeah, it needed more health.
It was never meant to
Like
be
a 3/5.
Yeah, it was never meant to be a damage dealing card. It was meant to be the counterpart to wing.
I
Up.
think it would be better if it was a 2/6. Cause you don't want it to do damage. You want it to
2/7.
be alive. 2/7. Oh my god.
Because Wingnut's 3/7.
Mm.
They basically trade. Yeah, they do. No.
But then it would just be the same character, just one zombie, one's a plant.
No, it'd be different because one is armor. I mean, it's basically the same now because they don't.
No,
cost the same,
bonus
Except one's just.
bonus track Buckethead isn't armored.
It is armored.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is.
Is it?
Yes, it is.
Oh my god. Okay, then it doesn't need that much of. Let's be honest. 6 is good maximum.
6 could work.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Even-
Yeah,
even,
it just
like-
it doesn't need. I don't even
Even
It-
3/5
it doesn't
could
need a
work
damage.
quite well.
buff. That's not what it was looking
3/5
for.
would've been better than 4/4. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Celestial.
For less,
Um,
I don't think
Custodian
anyone's
is a
using.
4 cost. This
bonus
is
track
interesting.
Buckethead
Mob,
anyways.
Celestial Custodian.
So what is
It used to be a 3 cost. 3 cost 3/2 that destroyed 2 strength or less when played in an environment. So it was a kind of like early game like environment like playoff kill thing.
No, but
It didn't really do that much.
One, you had to have an environment. 2, they needed to play a plant with 2 strength or less the turn before. And then you need to have the like sanity to put Celestial Custodian in your deck.
Now it's a 4-cost 3/4 Gravestone. 4-cost 3/4, not good
Oh, it's
stats,
this
but like
shit.
not
Now that
atrocious.
it's a Gravestone, it's a lot better. but-
So it went up 1 cost.
When
now
revealed
it's
in
a
an environment,
3/4.
destroy a plant with 3 strength or less. So it
before it
kills
was
3 nuts, which is
2.
pretty big.
It's solid. It's not bad.
It's better now. It's
Yeah.
pretty useful actually.
It kills a lot more
Coffee
stuff.
Zombie is now insane, but we went over that
Mhm.
in the last video.
Oh, yeah.
Coffee Zombie.
But
Correct.
it's
There's
worth
only-
mentioning, Frenzy is even worse now, and when I mean worse, I mean like broken, because of all the strong Gargantuars. Being able to play this on turn 6, or even later if you want to play some Gargs first, is so broken.
And then
I
Warlord
I
as well
don't know.
to accompany it.
This is insane.
Also,
Cone Zone is now
it's-
professional environment.
it's overpowered now because like
Cone Zone?
Oh yeah.
middle manager can just conjure it easily.
Well, yeah. It's not that.
Yeah, but it's not overpowered. But like it's
conjures
a
a
really good.
zombie though, so it can't actually.
Can it not?
No, it can't.
Yeah, it's a professional zombie, not a professional card.
Ah, okay, gotcha.
So it changes.
Oh,
Does it
well,
do
doesn't-
anything?
It doesn't
No.
change anything then. Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
it's meaningless.
It's meaningless.
Flag
Flag zombie. This
Zombie.
is like insane change to me. I don't know why they did this.
Oh yeah.
It was
I don't
already-
know why. Flag Zombie was already good.
It was already really good.
2-cost
and
1/3 was
Means-
already like pushing
Also,
some
Flag Zombie
boundaries with
is
that
in,
like minus
is
1.
It's a Hearty, so it's in Smash decks.
And
With
Ruscel.
Gargantuars.
So it can already get Hex for health.
Like,
And
A
it's already
minus
in like
1.
danger of
On
things,
turn
yeah.
2,
Yeah.
You can just play Flag Zombie Teacher, and then like all the health tricks you want.
it's too good, and I didn't need a buff. I needed like a. It needed to be a 1/2 or something.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, honestly, like even a nerf is already like reasonable because it's just so strong as
Especially
a 1/3.
with like the Gargantuars. If you play like that with like Gargologist, what do you do? Can't do anything.
Die.
Yeah.
Knockout is
Because-
now a 2-cost. No one knows why this was done. No idea.
Literally,
Knockout.
what?
Yeah, Knockout's overpowered.
It's so weird how they try and make all these cards like equivalent to each other. Like was it Zap? No, not Zap.
Zap?
The 3 cost does 4 damage. Plant card. Sizzle. Sizzle.
Oh,
And K-Explosion. And now Shamrocket
Explosion.
and Rocket Science. But for some reason, Knockout was already better than Hammer Time. Hammer Time? Hammer.
It's
Is it-
hammer time.
Yeah, the same Clash of Clans.
Yeah, hammer.
Yes, Hammer. Is it Whack-a-Zombie?
Ah, no.
Whack-a-Zombie,
Yeah,
I
it's
think.
hammer.
Really?
Is it?
No, I think it's Whack-a-Zombie.
No, yeah, it is. Yeah, that's the actual name.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm just so used to having it with hammer.
yeah, but even though Knockout was already like a bit better than Whack-a-Zombie, they just made it objectively better by making it cost less. Cause
Yeah, because Knockout already did like team up wipeout,
Yeah,
which is
so
like something that
it
plants
wasn't that
obviously
big
can't
an
do. They can't get
advantage.
for one.
but like it was a small advantage because you could realistically.
Yeah,
take
it was
out
kind
more.
of fair
Yeah.
because plants have the advantage of team up,
Yeah.
so therefore zombies. But I feel like okay, again, this is gonna go into those like rant ones, but I feel like that logic of plants have this advantage, therefore zombies should get this, is the reason why things like Frenzy are so OP. Is
Yeah.
because they were like, oh well, zombies need an advantage, I guess. Give Frenzy. And it's like, hold on. The advantage to counter the plant advantage is better than the plant advantage.
And we still can't forget that going viral also has, Hearty
Holy
has
shit.
going viral. So
Fucking
doesn't
going
matter if
viral.
they don't have. It doesn't matter if they don't have, like frenzy, like when they're played. You should just
Yeah.
place
Yeah, yeah.
down
You
going
have
viral.
Coffee Zombie if you want to play stats, and you have going viral if you want to just win the game.
And then they have untrickable Gargantuars and stuff, and then you just win. GG.
Landscape.
play-
And because Ruscel Brainy, he has access to Parasol Zombie, so he can spread that untrickable love around to all the other Gargantuars. he wants to.
Yeah,
Honestly,
but that
people
was already.
sleep on Parasol Zombie.
No,
So
Parasol is
much.
so good. Yeah.
No, I don't think they sleep on
Yeah,
Parasol
people-
Zombie anymore.
No.
It's like I feel like I face Parasol Zombie every other
Yeah.
because it's so
like
good.
yeah, like people really like. For there was at least a time, like maybe because I haven't played for a little bit, but like there was a time I remember when I was thinking like, hold on, this is OP. Why is no one playing this?
Yeah, definitely. If you play
And like
some
a
Parasol
couple of
Zombie
times,
frenzy.
it's so difficult to kill because it's a 3/6, which is like
It's like good enough to defend. itself,
nothing.
But it's also.
Yeah, it's strong
tanky,
enough
yeah.
to where it'll most likely trade well with almost anything you can throw at it that's in the same like weight
It's
class, you know,
only
like
a
4 to
four
5
cost.
sun. Yeah, it's a 4 cost. 3/6, it has 4 cost, it already has like kind of over stats, but it's worse
No,
than
four-
if it was
yeah.
like a 5/4.
3/6 for 4 costs is good. I think 3/7 is the limit for 4 costs. Because that's what
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
Like it's
maximum.
over stats but defensively, so it's not that good for zombies. Like it kind of pushes in the wrong direction for zombies. You know, for
Yeah, like, you
plants
can
that would be
always
okay
have
because
a
like peak
little
mana
bit
lift.
extra health for instead of
Yeah.
attack. Like for example, like 3/6 no abilities would be pretty balanced, but like 6/3 would be a lot better, I think, comparatively.
Oh yeah.
For what?
But yeah, that's
a 4 cost.
Oh
like
yeah.
a 4 cost.
Well, maybe not
That's-
6/3.
And then you add on
if
the
you go too much in
unshakable.
attack, it's really easy to kill. But then like 4/4.
But it does.
And
a
the
lot
thing
of
I
damage.
don't understand, which I hate, is that like the supposed plant equivalent for Parasol Zombie,
A leaf,
what's it called?
umbrella
The-
leaf or something.
Yeah,
Umbrella Leaf,
it's so bad.
it doesn't have its own untrickable,
Yeah, I don't know why it doesn't.
But it has
and it's a
team up,
1
though.
health.
Wow, Bungie Plumber.
It should have its own untrickable, and do everything that it does now, and then it would be like
Oh yeah, it doesn't
an
have its
actually
own
good
trickle.
playable thing.
Dumbass.
Yeah, so it just dies to Bungee Plumber because they use it on
It
it.
dies to Nibble, Bungie Plumber, Rolling Stone.
It
Oh.
dies to sneezing at it.
Every
It literally
superpower,
dies to sneezing zombie, yeah. Dies to a sneeze.
every superpower that does damage.
Z-Mech.
Yeah, Acid Rain kills it. Yeah, Missile Madness kills it. Barrel kills it, though that like,
Final
kills it no matter
Mission.
what, of course, but you know. Yeah, anything, any trick.
Almost
anyways,
anything kills that shit. So bad.
Where were we?
I
Knockout
forgot.
Landscaper is now a 3 cost 2/3 instead of a 2/2.
Yeah.
It's alright.
Again,
What's landscaper?
it's like I feel like it
It's a
doesn't need it.
gravestone
It's the
that
minus
just
2.
does -2. I mean, I feel like it's equivalent to electrician basically. It's a super.
Oh, that
Yeah,
guy,
it's
yeah.
like Electrician, but
That's
like
a
it
3 cost.
weakens instead of like.
That's like a special ability gravestone. They both
Yeah,
look
like-
really similar. Yeah.
Poison.
So I
And
think it's
then
fair because I don't know how much.
the next
mana
one
it's
is-
worth. Yeah. It's worth like 1.5, so I think it's fair to have like a 2/3.
Yeah.
What's
since,
not
like,
fair is the next one. Leftovers is now a 1
Oh,
cost.
this is just stupid. This also strengthens Turkey Rider. Yeah. But what about the card itself?
What about like everything else that is strengthened?
Leftovers? Yeah.
Yeah, what about leftovers, which is strengthens, huh? Did you think about that? Again,
I think
it
they
should
saw
be a
Camel
token because then that way
Crossing.
you'd be forced to play the Turkey Rider.
They saw like Camel Crossing, and they were like, Camel Crossing gives 2
Yeah.
health.
They saw Camel
So-
Crossing and didn't think, oh, this should be a 2 cost. They thought, oh, this is balanced, and then they like made
But I
other
think
things
it's-
match that.
attack's more valuable than health. Like even though Camel Crossing's a bit OP, Leftovers is still like kind of better than Camel Crossing because it just increases the attack of everything, especially early game. If you just play a bunch of like 1/2 like
So it's-
professional zombie
so it's so-
managers and like cheap zombies, then just buff
One
them
cost
out,
that
yeah.
gives 1/1. And it's a pet. It's a pet trick as also.
Yeah, so
pets
you
and
have,
are-
like Flag Zombie, then you play a
Yeah,
bunch
you
of cheap
play it-
zombies,
Oh
like
my
a
god,
sports
yeah,
guy.
you play the leftovers and they give the 1/1,
And they're all 3/3.
and then
That's
the
so
cat
big,
lady gets
yeah.
activated, your zookeeper gets activated,
Everything gets activated. So like
everything
like
gets
that,
stronger.
that turn, like like 5 damage for cat lady, yeah.
Like honestly, a one cost
It's just
doing a
too
pet thing,
overpowered.
even if it had no
Cat lady
effect,
only
would
5
already
damage.
be kind of
But 5
strong.
with the Zookeeper, yeah.
Yeah.
Like no, but like think about it. Even if leftovers or like a leftover equivalent did nothing and was a one cost, I bet you pet decks might still run it just for the sake of activating Cat Lady and activating Zookeeper. Like,
What if
sure,
you
Yeti
smash
Lunchbox is also a pet, so I guess you
turn
wouldn't.
2,
But like,
you play Flag Zombie, and then you play
Oh.
Biology Teacher, and then Cat Lady, and then Leftovers, and then Camel Crossing,
kill
and
me,
then Leftovers,
kill
and
me,
then
kill me
Camel
now.
Crossing.
And then leftover.
And then you shoot
Camel
yourself.
Crossing,
Yeah.
I
then
hate
you-
I hate this.
and you keep playing
Lost
Lunchboxes,
Coliseum.
and then you keep playing going virals until
You play
you
2
win
more
the game.
Zombology Teachers, and you keep playing going viral.
Arm buckle can only have 10 cards at one max,
What?
1 turn. You said like
but,
50.
if you
Okay,
ignore
I
the
think-
initial Camel Crossing and stuff.
Yeah, I know what you. I know what
Yeah,
you're
I
talking
think
about.
Lost Coliseum is evidence of what I was talking about. Like when zombies aren't good, they need to get a buff. When plants are good, they need to get a nerf. Because when it was a 3 cost, it wasn't great. It was like it was still fine, but it wasn't great, you know. And they were like, "Damn, it's not like literally amazing. We need to buff
If
it."
they
Because
wanted to
apparently
buff
zombies
it-
aren't allowed to be okay.
They could make it 2/4. That gives 2. But
No, I think
yeah.
better would be if you made it so that it gives worse stats than it has, so there's an incentive not to evolve on it. And then it would be like a kind of like a dissonance, where it's like you want to evolve on it, but because it has better stats on its own than what it gives to the evolved thing, it's like, oh, do I actually keep it there?
You'd wait
Because
for
then
it
there
to,
would be like a sort of
take
like
some damage,
sacrifice.
maybe.
Yeah, because now it's just like the stats carry over perfectly, and it's cheap, and it's still good on its own, and it like
It just does too much.
yeah, it's
Because
way
it's-
too
yeah.
good. No, I just think that it's the point.
What was
Zombie
that one
cards aren't
card?
allowed to be okay.
P-patch.
They have to be amazing, right? Like you know what I mean? Like
Comparatively,
plant
P-patch is
cards.
so horrible. Like,
Yeah,
what,
that's the
it's
thing.
3
Plant
costs?
cards are allowed to be mediocre because no one really cares. But zombie cards can never be mediocre. They always have to be really efficient. They have to be really strong. They have to be really capable. They have to be really flexible. So for some reason, Lost Coliseum gets this like insane cheapening for no reason. It's stronger than P-Patch in every way objectively.
It was already better than P-patch objectively.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
insane. Why? It didn't need this at all.
Oh yeah, this card right here, Jurassic Fossil Head.
Oh.
Oh my god, I
Like-
hate that
Professional
thing.
Evolution, isn't it?
Professional, isn't it? Not professional.
It's professional. No, Lost Coliseum is history.
It's sports, yeah, but it's still. Ooh yeah. Ah,
Sports
I
Yeah,
is-
actually
so
think
good.
that Fossil Head on its
But it-
own, like Fossil
but it's
Head and the
still-
Rough Professional, is already like so scary.
Yeah.
I
But
already
still-
hated that.
like turn 3. Yeah, turn 3. You get a 4/5 untrickable frenzy
With what?
with Colosseum and Fossil Head.
Why would you can't get it on turn 3?
You can.
If you play Lost Coliseum a turn before.
You play it on 2 because it's a 2 cost. And it's
Yeah.
gonna survive 2 because it's 2/3. Like what plant is gonna like Berry Blast is the only thing that's actually killing that.
And then you get a 4/5, yeah, untrickable frenzy.
Apple Saucer kills it.
Not anymore. Got nerfed. Oh no, it
Yay.
still kills. It still kills it. Just one
No
health.
one's running Apple Saucer, that's the problem.
Raw Zombie.
Oh, raw.
I'm glad
Raw,
they
raw.
buffed Coliseum,
This is a double buff.
but they buffed it too much because I think the other fusion cards are super underwhelming. What is it, Shelf Shrew? For the same cost as Lost Coliseum,
Yeah.
it has worse stats and it does 1 damage. Or is it 2? I was feeling it's 1.
2 damage. It's
Two
Banana Bomb.
Oh. It's still stupid.
It's still not
Still
good
sucks.
though.
Yeah.
Are we talking about a raw zombie?
No. Oh, now we can talk
Self,
about
self, whatever. But yeah.
Shelf shrew.
It's just better in like two ways because it's like a pet, which makes it stronger just like by being part of this pet osmosis.
Oh, it's
And
a pet now? Damn.
it's a 5
It's got
cost
the bird
3
on its
4
head, I think.
that takes
Like
2.
bird mask.
So if you play it on turn 5, your enemy has 3 sun, and you got a 3/4.
That's kind of busted. Yeah.
Yeah, and no.
What are
no,
they gonna play
no,
to kill
If
that?
you have what's it called? Zookeeper. Yeah, it's a 4/4.
Raw zombie
Yeah, and if you have any
bird?
pet deck, any
It's a 5 cost
Oh,
4/4 that takes away 2 sun from the player, so they have 3.
yeah, if you're running it in a pet deck, which is the only deck you should really be running it in, given these stats and these like traits, this is
Really good card.
another way to activate your cat lady. It means that the plant can't react to the, because that's the big thing about pet decks is that like they run away really quickly and the plants can't keep up and then they can't like counter. This is another way to slow down the plant response. I don't like that.
Especially
I don't like
mid
that
game,
at all.
because then normally by
Yeah,
this
that's
time,
the
pet
turn
decks
when
run
they
out
would
of
be
food.
playing like an Astrocado to kill your cat lady and then
Or
they'd get
the
it
next
back, you know,
turn-
that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
Well,
and then
they
by
can't do
like,
any of
your,
that now.
Your pet deck has run out of steam, or like as close to anyways.
Yeah, now you've basically given yourself like an extra turn of life, which in a pet deck is probably like the turn you kill
Yeah,
them.
to like kill them exactly. So it's
Okay.
really beneficial.
Terrify
And then-
is now a
Terrify,
move a
It's
plant,
pretty
conjure a monster. If that
it's pretty
plant is
shit.
it's
Archlord,
the
destroy
same as
it.
gardening glove, so like whatever.
Yeah, it's like as we said before, much better to draw a card than conjure. But they
Yeah.
decided
Yeah.
to change that to conjure now, so it's kind of worse. But, like,
And then we get to
better.
turquoise skull zombie, which is insane.
Mhm.
God help us all. It
Which
is okay.
now-
Listen to this.
Yeah.
It used to be a 4-cost 2/6 that took 1 sun and got 1 strength at the start of each turn.
It's a 4.
Yeah.
It is now a 4-cost 4/4 gravestone. Start of turn,
Used to
the
be
plant
a
player
quick
loses
stone, I think,
2 sun.
already.
This gets 2
Yeah, it
strength.
did.
Yeah. It was always
Uh,
a quick stone.
So the next turn it does that ability. It's a
6/4.
6/4, and the player has 3 sun.
Really
That's
good.
insane.
Oh,
Yeah. And then if you
Yeah,
play
just turn
Raw
5.
Zombie on top of that, they have 1 sun.
Oh wow. Sun draining decks might actually be meta.
Or if you have another Turquoise Zombie, they have 1 sun.
Oh no.
Well, you
max
can't. You have to wait
sun,
until-
Yeah.
Yeah, they have 2 sun. And then you can play Raw
Turquoise,
Zombie.
and the fact that it gets okay.
They
First
have
of all,
0.
the fact that you can steal 2 sun is insane, but then also
yeah.
it gets the 2 strength from that is, and then it has 4 damage to start with instead of 2.
And then you can. I don't think you can
Now
kill
you
it.
can't even use Shamrocket anymore. Yeah.
Yeah, Shamrocket, you can't kill it. Yeah, you just literally can't kill it.
Yeah,
And if they place
it
another
went
one on
from
top-
like
You
that
have to, like,
situation
gravestone
where it
that
having more
turn.
health was preferable.
You have
But
to
no, it
Grave
went from a situation
Buster.
where you would think
Yeah.
it was like
Well,
preferable
kills-
to
no,
have
it
more
doesn't
health,
even.
but now
No,
it's
yeah,
like
it does.
this is an
Yeah, it
aggro
does.
card. This is like a hardcore aggro card now because it gets
No,
6 damage, and
No, you can't
it
place.
stops the opposition from being able to like fight back against it.
Oh yeah, you can.
There's nothing you can do.
Unless you play the. I think the best thing to do in turn 5 is play Turquoise Skull Zombie. Turn 4. Turn 5 it takes away 2 sun, and then play Raw Zombie. That turn is up since they have priority as zombie. Then they have 1 sun and they can't react, so they're taking what 8 damage for free plus any other zombie you have on the field. And they only have.
I don't
1
even
sun
think
to
it
react
needed
with.
a buff, let alone this.
I think that might be. And if you and if you have it with what's it called? The flag zombie, then you can do it much sooner.
Oh yeah, it's a fucking 3-cost.
It's a 3 cost. 3 cost. You
And
end up.
Flag Zombie got better, so if people are more likely to run that.
Yeah, so let's say it's a 3 cost. You play a turn 3, turn 5. No, turn 4. Sorry, you have 2 sun,
So they have two
and then if you
sun
play,
in hand.
if you play raw zombie as well, they have 0 sun, so they can't react.
Yeah,
You just win the game.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. So if
I'm sorry,
so-
but turquoise skull zombie is way too OP.
so turn
Again,
4.
just like all the other zombies, way too OP.
Oh, no,
I'm gonna build that.
It too. It wasn't bad either.
I'm gonna build that deck. See
It
the
didn't
efficiency.
need a
Raw
buff.
zombie plus turquoise.
Like, there weren't that many decks that ran Turquoise Skull, sure, but the ones that ran it weren't bad.
But, like-
they'd like slowly drain your.
Yeah, it's a niche card, but they were really annoying to fight against, and like
Mhm.
they were really like with that 6 health, it was good because it
Especially
didn't
with the
capitalize too much on its own strength by having like a high attack, and
Yeah.
instead it was a little bit more gentle, but it had a lot of health, so it stuck around longer.
especially
So it
with
was
the
like
solar
fairer to
flare,
play against.
a debuff or nerf.
Yeah.
It's really
Yeah,
OP
this
now.
is really weird to me that they're willing to have a permanent -2 that also gains +2 strength for like -2 stun, but they're not willing to let you have a signature that does 2 damage and gives you +1 permanently of stun.
God bless you.
That's really-
God bless your opponent if you place down two flag zombies.
2 flag zombies.
For real, for real. What
Yeah.
do you?
Yeah.
Turn 2.
But like,
turn. Wait, what? Turn 2.
Turn 3, you can play. Oh no.
Turn 2, you place down 1. Turn 3, you place down the other, and then you also place down turquoise zombie.
Yeah, because it costs only 2. Wow.
1.
Really? No, it'll cost 2.
Oh yeah, it costs 2, and you have you
The
use
flag
1
zombie
for
costs
another
1,
flag.
Yeah.
Yeah, turn
that's
3.
insane.
Turn 3 turquoise zombie.
Wow.
Okay, what we've discovered is this is not okay. This is crazy. Undying Pharaoh.
Also overpowered now.
Also didn't need the buff, but
Yeah.
got one anyways.
Now it's just better at taking
It used to be
things
a-
down, and it's
it-
also just a bit
It used to be a 6 cost
strengthy.
4/6 without armor. Now it's 6 cost 5/5 with armor.
It's just a really good card, anyways.
It was all kind of
Like,
it was
we-
already a
without
good
it's-
card.
Even without its ability, it's like pretty good because it's armor and then
decent counter to like aggro cards that ran out of steam. The aggro
And then
cards
if
that ran out of steam. But
and then if you do like
in most decks, it
going
was pretty
solar
bad.
flare.
But now it's kind of good.
You can
going
also heal with it when it gives you that extra time. So now
yeah,
like,
you can use leftovers, going viral, the
Yeah.
+2 1 cost, the trick. +2 health.
it's
I mean.
just too straight. Again, it didn't need a buff and it got one anyways.
Mm.
Wannabe Hero is now 7 cost 6/1.
I actually like
Frenzy.
this change.
When played,
In a
heal
vacuum,
3.
maybe.
Then this gets +1 health for your for each health your hero has, used to not heal 3. This is a Gargantuar card, which is why I don't like it.
Yeah.
Mm.
Wannabe Hero was really bad before, because it's you play it so late game, probably when your health is quite low, so it would almost never be worth its like cost. But now that it's got like, it's gonna minimum have 5 health because it
Yeah,
has
5
one on its own, and you have to have at least 1 to be able to play it.
So yeah, it's solid. A minimum 6 7.
In a vacuum, I'm against it because of the context in which it is being made. But
I'm
in
sorry,
a
but, like-
vacuum, I don't oppose.
So it's actually worth the
Yeah,
7
I'm also really just thinking like if Wizard Gargantuar just makes a wannabe hero, it's kind of over
Oh,
for, like,
yeah.
because they can't really use Shamrocket.
Yeah, that's another reason why it's really bad
Well,
to
I guess
link
they can.
cards.
Yeah, they can.
Like this is why Transmogrify as a power stuck so much, is because it's linked to cards that are not itself. And that's the problem with Wizard, is that if Gargantuars are more powerful with this new Wizard, it becomes stronger, sort of independent of itself. So now you can't make
Oh, yeah, you
Gargantuars
play a
better
card
or worse
for
without
Transmogrify,
affecting
and
Wizard.
it just stays there. And then the Wizard Gargantuar
Yeah, it's-
comes in and transforms it.
Because you can choose what you want to transform.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zombie
Yeah, it's
Damn.
one of those things where you shouldn't make cards that are attached to other cards in the game or other tribes in the game like that much, because the problem is then you start having this issue of you can't change that tribe without affecting that card. And that might mean that if the tribe used to be kind of bad before, now it might become OP with that card.
Facts.
Zombie King is no.
Um,
Oh my god.
I mean,
Definitely needed the buff.
I feel like this one
You didn't
needed
need
buff.
the buff.
No,
Really?
I don't think so.
Every time I use it, it just dies.
really.
Yeah, like every time I use it, it maybe got one like a soldier guy.
But I feel like it getting 1 is still already like those
Yeah.
things are like 6/6 armor too. Like
Yeah, but
that.
then they just shamrock at it. That's the thing.
They
Or
can't
like-
Shamrock it.
What do you mean?
It's got too low attack.
Does it?
Oh, the
No,
knight. I thought you meant
the knight. No, not the king.
You can't Shamrock at the king. You can Shamrock
Yeah, I
at the
know,
knight.
but they kill off the king when I place like
Yeah.
the next turn or something. And then they like shamrock him.
I feel like it getting more than 1 is a bit too strong though.
Yeah.
got more than one, just got one. So I think it's fine.
Yeah, I feel like because if it gets like 2 of those like 6/6 boys, then that's a little
Oh, like that's what you mean.
like on average. Yeah, like it should only
Yeah.
be getting 1 every time you play it. Because I feel like if it's getting more than that, then it's being
Yeah,
no,
unless they
no,
can't,
yeah.
unless they can't answer it, because Zombie King is kind of restricted, where it needs to have other cards to be good. It, just like to have other
Yeah.
cards in the board.
Flag zombie buff.
Yeah, it's easier now, but oh
Uh,
yeah.
Zombot Battle Cruiser is
This is the
just
like the
gotten
one
an
that
extra
makes
damage.
makes zombies in.
Doesn't need it.
Nah,
No,
it's actually
not
the
at all.
most useless change ever.
Blowgun Imp got 1 more health. Doesn't change anything. Blowgun Imp still sucks.
Yeah.
Uh,
Captain
Flameface
got a
is
nerf.
now worse.
Well, slightly worse as we discussed. Like it has its
worse.
advantages,
Gargoyle.
but it's not a big disadvantage though. It's like
It's not the worst.
Pretty-
but
It's still not huge,
bad. Yeah.
because it still has this like all pirates.
but it does make it worse. It makes it more vulnerable.
Yeah, that's
It
true.
makes Grave Robber slightly worse.
Curse Gargolith is now a 6-cost 7/6 that says
Thanks
Gravestone.
to-
What?
It has the same
Yeah,
ability,
one more
but
That
it also
says
steals,
Gravestone.
like it means it's a gravestone.
So every time it comes out of the gravestone, it takes it steals 2 sections of the Plant Heroes block.
Which is stupid.
It
Which
just
is
took a
OP.
Monkey Pirate's ability.
It's a infinite monkey pirate. That's what it is.
Yeah, end of turn, all Gargantuars.
And then
I don't know why you do that.
Gargantuars are
Especially
overpowered now.
because Gargantuars are already too OP, so like stop
I feel
buffing
only-
them.
the only thing I
used to
feel-
be better when Gargantuars kind of needed protecting, but
Now they
you
don't
just
need.
make
Yeah.
them vulnerable to blockbuster. So why would you run it?
Honestly, yeah, it's just a liability. At
I
this
feel
point.
like yeah, I don't
Block
think anyone's
section's
running.
ability is stupid because it doesn't align with it. It's
Unless
pushed
you
down
want-
anyway. Like Frankentuars, like splash damage, it's just tacked on, meaningless.
Unless you want what's it called? Oh, Wizard Gargantuar to keep like using his ability to like eventually yeah,
more
like-
zombies.
I guess, yeah, if
yeah,
you
like-
treat it like Mug.
keep
But,
switching around.
Yeah, I guess.
Like and then
But also-
gets switched as well.
Ducky Tube Zombie, we already talked about that last time. Firefighter, we talked about that last time.
Yeah.
Imp
both
Commander, now he's in a Gravestone, which
So,
makes
yeah.
him a little better, yeah.
a little better than usual. Mini Ninja got nerfed.
For some reason, Mini Ninja got a debuff.
Like, why?
Sorry,
It
yeah,
was
you're
already
nerfing.
like pretty bad as it was. It
Don't
looked
really
bad.
know
Oh, It's
why.
not really a debuff, it's actually a buff.
No, it's a debuff engine.
No. It's got
Anti-hero went down.
Yeah, but its attack is now higher.
It's a 4 cost. It did. Oh,
Mini Ninja. It's a 2-1.
Yeah,
now, instead
actually
of a
it's
1-1.
better.
Yeah.
yeah.
because it can
It's
kill
actually a
more
buff.
things.
Oh, so I have to.
Whoa, we gotta
Distance.
change our stuff, yeah. That's a meaningful one as well.
Yeah.
7.
Wait, no, that's... Why did they do... Hold on, why did you do that? No, wait, what?
What do you mean?
No, that's not cool.
What they do?
Mini Ninja. That's not kosher. I mean, Mushroom guy already like kind of sucked, but now he's like even worse.
Yeah, Mini Ninja's just way better. Poison Mushroom. I guess it's better because you.
Poison Mushroom was already
Poison Mushroom's
garbage,
better
but
because
now is
if
like
they
super
commit,
garbage.
then you can just play it with certainty.
But it's
because-
3 damage. Like 3
Yeah.
damage just isn't.
But plants get to react to Mini Ninja, so that's why they were like roughly on par. But I don't know about this ball because they were pretty balanced.
Yeah, because
before.
now it's able to fight off things that would otherwise like be able to survive it, and then like positively trade with something else. Like you can't like
Yeah,
Lima
because-
Pleurodon in this.
Mini Ninja
And then, like, have
Poison
Lima
Mushroom
live.
were like a fair duo because Mini Ninja was more like aggressive, had more potential, but Poison Mushroom was more like certain that it would happen, just because they were on different sides.
Yeah, now it's just Mini Ninja is just like it's oh, what are they? It's a clone. It's an Infinity clone that has anti-hero.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is pretty good to be honest. I thought it was nerfed,
No.
but then yeah, engin is very.
I
good.
didn't see the 2-1. I didn't
Yeah,
like
I didn't
read
see.
that.
I didn't
was
see
like,
that either. Me and
I just saw
Bob were
anti-hero
like-
2,
Yeah, anti-hero too.
and
so
we were
I
like,
was
oh,
shit.
now it's 3-1. That's weird.
Yeah, okay, it's pretty good now.
Monkey Smuggler is now
now
a 2
this got
cost 2/3
nerfed.
gravestone.
I don't
So
know
yeah, it used to
why.
steal 2 sections, but they gave that to Cursed Gargoliths, so now they took
Which-
1 section
which-
away from Monkey
even
Smuggler.
though Gargantuars go buff, no one's using it
Monkey
Yeah.
Smuggler was only really OP by association, just
Because
pirates
pirates.
were so good. and
Yeah,
you really
because it
wanted Sword
opened up
Smuggler
other
to
stuff.
hit face, so stealing block sections
Yeah.
would be good, but on its own, it wasn't that crazy.
No.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Like,
Pogo Bounty.
pet buffs, it might actually need that reduction.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
because it's
maybe.
a pet, right? Monkey.
It's a pet. It has the monkey.
I know the
Tomb
pet
Raiser
stuff in
Zombie.
face, so it would also be useful.
Oh, here we go. Yeah. Tomb
Poke
Raiser
Bouncer?
Zombie is now insane. I don't know who
Pogo
made that.
Bouncer doesn't change anything.
And doesn't.
They nerfed him in the wrong way. They should have made him a 1-2, not a 2-1.
Yeah,
Facts.
Tomb Raiser
Uh,
Zombie.
Tomb Raiser, for some reason, is a 5-3.
It's kind of OP.
No idea why. Because the whole point of Tomb Raiser is that he's kind of crap, but when he hits face, it's really good.
Does she just spawn?
But
any
now,
Drake
like,
stone?
when he hits face, it's like super good. Now it's like ultra good. Now it's like
Yeah,
5
that
damage to
does
face,
so much
and
damage.
Is
now
it
it's way
any?
too good.
Is it any gravestone?
Yeah. It can
Oh,
spawn
damn.
Zombot
Yeah,
now.
any gravestone.
Jesus.
It can,
Christ.
yeah.
Yeah.
Zombot is a gravestone.
Wow.
Jesus.
Toxic Waste Imp is now a 2 cost 2/3. Was a 2/2.
I don't know, I
No
think
idea
that
why that
was-
change was made.
Toxic Imp
like-
was already good.
It was already too good. in my
Toxic Waste
opinion.
Imp was already like really
It
strong.
was only
Especially-
balanced by how fragile it was.
But now, like,
Really
Yeah, and even
good,
then,
because the thing
Yeah,
is, you need
now-
big plans to kill the huge gargantuars, but now they can just use deadly and like take down all your stuff.
yeah, I think it's really-
Unthawed Viking used
Oh,
to.
no,
Okay, so
this
let's just
one
go
is
over because this is a
fucking
little bit
relevant.
complicated. So
let's-
it used to do was the 4 cost 4/4 amphibious. When you played it, it would freeze all plants in the water. But if you played it on a pirate, so you did a pirate evolution, it would instead freeze all plants. However, now it is a 4 cost 4/3 amphibious. When played, freeze a plant. Pirate evolution, this gets +2/+2, and it freezes all plants.
I think the
So-
so, went way too far. Like Unthawed Viking was already like all right
It-
to like decent.
So, if,
Yeah,
if
and you have to remember, pirate evolutions equal Swabby, which is a
Mhm.
free
Yeah.
1/1 that is giving you 2/2 stats on the board
And
and,
then-
freezing all plants for you.
you gotta remember, you can play this with Choir Brain in a Brain Freeze deck, which is just makes the Choir Brain like
Oh,
insta kill
You
everything
don't
and
even need
anything.
a brain freeze deck. Any sneaky hero
No.
works.
Because this is like really good as well. Like by
Because
itself, it's
Cryo
really
Yeti
good.
is, sneaky.
Like it gains already so much value just from being when
Oh,
being
yeah.
played freezes a plant, which is so much
Yeah.
better when being played freezes all plants in the water, which
Like, it would have been a
Okay.
fine buff if they only changed the freeze all plants in the water to like freeze a plant. Cause like it'd already be good then. But then they
It'll
have to
be
like
pretty
get stats too.
so
Yeah,
now it would
now
be a
any
6-5.
hero can just utilize this with the Cryo Yeti. Any
So Pirate
sneaky hero.
Evolution 6-5 plus a brain freeze superpower.
Yeah,
Which is
basically.
Superpower. Oh, Cryo
Yeah.
Yeti.
Yeah.
Cryo Yeti.
Frozen Tundra.
Oh no, not Cryo Yeti. The
Unthawed Viking. The evolution is the Frozen Tundra because
Yeah.
it freezes all plants, and it's also no. It's 5 guys. It's 5 brains worth of stuff because Frozen Tundra is
Yeah.
3 because it's a signature, and it's Galvanize, which is a 2 because it's a normal one.
Wait, Frozen Tundra
It-
costs 3 to play.
No, but it's because it's a signature move. It's worth 3.
Oh, it's worth 3, but it only costs
It's
1.
it's worth 3,
not
and the
Superpowers
non-signatures
worth
are worth 2.
Really?
Oh, that's
Yeah.
5 in
The
evolution
way
stats.
Superpowers work is the signature is always like a 3-cost card, and then they have like the normal ones are 2 costs, and they have like 1 good one, 1 mediocre one, and 1 bad one, usually.
It's just like more
Except
spore.
for Huge Giganticus, where all of them are just really good.
Where all of them are insanely
But
good
they all
and are way
cost-
too
They all
OP.
cost 1, right?
Yeah.
all
But
cost
like
1,
the
but they're
value
worth-
that they
yeah.
represent.
Yeah.
Like if
Gotcha.
they were made into actual cards, they would be that much. For example, for Solar Flare,
Yeah, like
her super
carried
is
away.
like 1 cost, the do 2 damage, and then it's like same as Cryo Brain, so it's 2, so 3 in total. And then she has More Spore, which is the bad ability. Then Scorched Earth, which is meh, and then the Weed Whack, which is good.
Just 2.
Whack, which is the good
Yeah.
ability.
Gotcha.
Yeah, like think about like Super Brains. It's Smoke Bomb bonus attack, but now it's Smoke Bomb bonus attack +1/+1 for some reason. So now it's actually like worth like 3.5 instead of 3.
Insane.
But still, it's a 4-cost 4/3 with Amphibious, which if played on any pirate gives you 5 brains worth of like tricks on the field, basically.
Yeah, it's pretty busted.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
So
Zombie
On-
Hive Diver, we talked about that before. Zombot Stomp, we talked about that before. Is Zombot Stomp a Gargantuar? Is
it
it
is.
Gargantuar
It is.
trick?
It is. It is. It
It
is.
is. It's a science.
Oh my
Gargantuar.
Well,
god.
you can.
So Gargologist is again.
Yeah, it makes
winning.
it a 3 cost.
No. a 4
Yes,
cost,
right.
'cause it's
4 cost.
Oh, 5 cost. Yeah.
Yeah.
4
Carried
cost.
Away, we just talked about that.
This didn't need a
Don't know why it's
buff.
getting the +1/+1.
Oh yeah, we're going to the zombie
It was
superpowers.
already really good by itself. Like it was just.
Dansoff is the same as More Spore.
Yeah, so I just-
Dolphinado is the same
You can
as
choose.
Alright buff.
as
I guess.
Whirlwind.
Yeah.
Yeah, same as Whirlwind. Pretty like.
Frozen
mediocre.
Tundra is just better now.
Instead of all plants on ground,
Frozen
it's all
Tundra is
plants.
overpowered now.
No, what's more overpowered is fucking. Like it is herself
Well,
overpowered,
you
but
play Cryo Yeti on turn, what is it, 4, 5? And then you just play Frozen Tundra and you get an absolute beast and the plants can't do
Yeah,
anything. 'cause
and then
it's
you
just
play
so-
Unthawed Viking afterwards.
Yeah. So they
No,
just-
you play both at the same turn
Yeah.
because it
but-
refreezes,
Unthawed
right?
Viking is just better value Frozen Tundra at this
Doesn't
point.
it?
But like, yeah,
doesn't
it's
it
still
refreeze?
If you want the stats, yeah, it does. But
Yeah,
if you want
If you
to
want-
stop them from playing, then you just wait.
yeah. Then you can
it
just wait a turn.
counts as yeah.
But it's
It
stupid
counts as a
now,
freeze
'cause
for
it's just
the
such a
Yeti.
brain-dead superpower. There's like, whenever you're freezing, brain freeze. Just
Yeah,
like,
okay.
"Oh, hope he doesn't have Frozen Tundra. 'Cause you can-
Okay, you guys remember that racism against plants thing I was talking about? Another proof to my theorem.
Yeah.
Brass Knuckles has to have his superpower whittled
Nerfed.
away completely.
Why isn't it
Mhm.
D2 damage?
Meanwhile,
to all
Frozen Tundra needs to be
zombies?
broadened.
It should be due to damage to alt lanes. Make it a
Yeah.
bit more overpowered.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. If you want it to be so that it doesn't do damage to face, make it do to damage to zombies in all lanes.
But no, only ground.
And then that's it. But it's like do 2 damage only to zombies, only in ground lanes. Meanwhile, this is freeze everything.
Insane, in my opinion. Octopole
Insane.
Balance
Neptune.
before too, because Brass Knuckles had more potential, like early game, because it could just hit for face or then take out small minions. But Frozen Tinger was better, like even late game, because it could boost your Cryo Yeti, and then
Yeah.
it could just make trades better because the opponent can't attack.
Yeah, true. Or it could just win the game by
Neptuna's
just
Octopus.
stopping them.
That's kill its own plan.
Oh, does that actually work?
Yes, it could.
No, it doesn't. Winter Squash only attacks zombies.
That would be
No, it
fun.
only does for zombies.
Winter
But it-
Squash should be like a 3-cost card, but it can also kill plants.
They should add
But
that.
yeah, it can hurt. Yeah, that would be
Winter
funny.
Squash.
Now,
Okay, Octopus says
Octopus,
make 3/3
Amphibious and
Frenzy
Frenzy.
instead
Insane.
of 3/2.
Yeah, it's
Again,
just
what the
pure
fuck?
Amphibious.
Okay,
It's
this
a
is
fucking-
If it had 3/2
It's a
Amphibious
one-cost.
Frenzy, that would be one thing. But a 3/3 Amphibious. Okay, first of all, a 3/3 Amphibious is already worth like 3 brains.
Yeah, it is.
3/3 Amphibious Frenzy?
That's like a 5-cost.
What?
You know why Octopult was already so good without any special abilities? It was just
Because-
beat me up, but better, because it only cost 1.
Yeah, it was stronger Beam Me Up because it was a 1 cost and it did 3, so it could assassinate like
Yeah.
better plants.
And beat me up
Well-
was already so good, because it's just
Well,
like a
this-
reaction trick.
Oh, now it's better.
Now
even
it's
better
insane.
now. It's a
Now,
3/3 with
if
Frenzy.
if it kills the thing that it's going after and survives, which it will because for some reason they gave it extra health,
And it's all you
it
can play
will
it
then get the frenzy.
turn
in.
1. So it's insane.
It's like an extra Triceratops nerf.
Like, why would you not play it turn 1 though?
Oh, to attack face? Just as like a
I-
counter.
Yeah, I think it's better to save it as a counter,
To
right?
hold it as a counter, yeah. Because of the frenzy. This is the problem.
aggro.
If it didn't have frenzy, it wouldn't like 3/3 wouldn't break the game because it wouldn't get to capitalize on the kill. But now it's trading well and then doing 3 to face.
As a 1-cost, yeah. Insane.
I don't think it needed a buff because this was already
Yeah.
one of the best superpowers. Just because like.
No,
defensive.
it was so annoying to face as
Yeah.
like a
It messed up
as a
so much
plant. It was
strategy.
always like rolling around waiting, and oh god.
And not only
Yeah, it kills things like
Neptuna also has,
Mayflowers, and now Mayflower doesn't counter it anymore, like we talked about earlier.
and then Neptuna
Well,
also
it
has
counters
Rolling
it, but it
Stone.
doesn't like win the
Rolling
fight.
Stone? Yeah.
Yeah, to make our days even better. Moving
All
on,
their
Tower
OP
Terraformer 10k.
Terraformer, this is a good change. One of the
yeah,
very
it's-
few good
it's,
changes.
It's a nerf
Yeah.
to Huge Giganticus superpower, which is very good. So
Before,
now
this was
instead
just
of
the most brain dead, overpowered superpower. Like
all cards in your
Huge
hand
Giganticus
plus
strategy
one
was just have this in your hand, play it.
and win.
Yeah, you'd always.
Yeah,
play this
because
if
it
you
used to
had
be
it.
conjure an environment, and then all cards in your hand cost 1 less. Now it's conjure an environment and a trick, and then all environments and tricks in your hand cost
So-
1 less, which basically means
Like,
only most likely those
yeah,
2.
Yeah,
If before, if Huge Giganticus just had this in their starting hand, it would
I mean,
be
guaranteed
near
those two
impossible to
because
win
you
as a
conjured.
plan because they would just play space time.
It has such tempo on you.
Yeah, like all their
Yeah.
ghosts, like teleportations for 1, teleports for 0. Like they would be so far ahead by the time you could catch up that you.
you would just lose. Yeah, you probably have like 5
Yeah,
health or
basically
something.
only like heal decks that got really good
Yeah.
starting hands with like catch-up mechanics and like
It
cool
was like the
buddies or
same
something could
idea
survive
with
that.
the
Like,
Solar Flare superpower, but the Solar Flare goes much slower, and it's like it's spread
yeah, because
out
it's just
a lot
1
more.
extra. It's not like
Yeah.
1 less from everything.
And now it
Yeah,
doesn't really
it's just
exist.
like, superpower just catapults you ahead like instantly because.
And to be honest, it's not even that bad of a nerf because you also get environment plus trick.
It's still a strong
Yeah.
card.
It's really
Because
strong.
if you have even 1 trick or environment extra than these ones, you're already getting 3 brains less in cost. So it's
Yeah.
already like basically worth it.
And you already guaranteed get -2 brains off something. And you could get like something that's cost
Yeah.
1 and then it becomes 0 and then
In
you can
fact,
just play it.
probably will have an environment in your hand.
Yeah.
'cause to
No,
a
you
superpower-
will. You
alright.
will have an environment because
So
it
you-
conjures
if
one.
You have that,
Yeah.
You don't have your other superpower.
It conjures one. Oh, you could have it. Like they block
Yeah.
your. You like
You could have
yeah.
saved it.
or
Or
like
if you have Iron Border and then you blocked and got this, now your Iron Border costs 0 if you saved for that. I don't know.
Exactly because it's a
Anything
trick.
really.
Why would it cost?
It's
Oh
just-
yeah.
Because it's a trick.
I feel like this works a lot better because it synergizes like Iron Border, but we also can like.
I mean,
have
it already
options to play.
synergized with Iron Border.
Yeah, but like it synergized far more stupidly. It's just like,
Yeah,
"Oh,
it's
I don't
synergized
know
kind
how
of because it's
to play
synergized with all
this
cards in your
instantly.
hand.
Look, I'm winning. I can
Oh
Yeah.
my
Okay,
god.
and final, guys, we're right on the finish line. We're gonna like trip
Which
over
is
and die before we
familiar.
get there.
Oh, we still have
Which
to go
is
through
familiar.
the stats.
I mean,
Yeah, we'll get to the stats, but now
this is already
it's just better.
good.
I mean,
But,
this
If
isn't
we
insane.
compare to plant supers, I don't know why the zombie supers felt like they needed a buff when the plant supers didn't get one, even though
Yeah.
plant supers
We're kind of
aren't
worse.
that good.
Well,
And they made the plant supers a lot worse.
Nicholas, what was like the things that this thing like survives? Now that has 2 health.
Oh,
pretty much nothing.
now it survives Sting Bean,
Yeah, Sting Bean, that was it,
Admiral
though.
Navy
Oh,
Bean,
yeah, that's true.
anything like that that does like 1 damage amphibious stuff.
So
You
so
can
then
throw
it
it
can,
in there,
yeah,
you get,
then it can draw 2
and this
cards.
is the point. This is the point. It draws 2 cards because when this hurts a plant, even if it doesn't
Yeah.
survive, it'll still always draw that card. So that means that you have to play something else to deal with it, or it'll be doing that 2 ping like the whole game.
Yeah,
It just
and you're
means
almost
that this
always
is a
playing
1 cost
amphibious.
2/2 amphibious that will draw you 2 cards if you play it correctly.
Like, this
Which
is
will
already
give you a
good
really-
Which is-
superpower.
It will give you a really good head start.
Yeah. 'Cause it's
Yeah,
just
this
like-
was already a good super because it countered annoying things in amphibious or countered stuff on like
Yeah.
your ground lanes, and it
Again,
still
the
drew
same
you a
with, like,
card. So it like
Octopulp, it's good because it's a trick.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you can just throw it out there.
yeah.
Okay, now let's go to the
Now
stats.
we've done it, guys. That's the whole list, a whole analysis. Overall, fucking
Now we have some
Ruscel
statistics.
and Smash OP. But let's look at the statistics for
Yeah.
since we've
Oh.
gone over zombies. Like right now, we should probably do zombies.
Oh, plans.
No, but like statistics.
What do you
We've done both. Like at the bottom.
We have a
down.
couple categories here. 'Cause it's going to be a little awkward to understand otherwise. So we have buffs, meaningful buffs, nerfs, and meaningless changes, and then total changes. So we didn't make meaningless nerfs because that would be too much work, but meaningless buffs and meaningful buffs. So meaningful buffs are things that are actually like a big
Impacts the game.
change.
Yeah.
Yeah, impacts the game.
Doesn't maybe not
in
impacts, like, the
comparison
game
to
with,
like
most decks, but like impacts
actually makes
the
card,
unit,
like,
the
either
card. Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
reusable.
makes the card survive important interactions, or it makes it better in some ways, right? Like for example, let's look at an example that isn't meaningful. No point looking at zombies for those. Might
Nightcap.
as well look for plants.
Bamboozle, which went from
Nightcap. No, that's
5.
one though. We're looking for meaning. Yeah, bamboozle. That's a meaningless buff.
Yeah.
Meaningful
one would be
It
Shield
doesn't
Crusher.
really. Do... Yeah, Shield
Off the
Crusher,
top of
big,
my head, yeah.
big effect.
I've really been
And then there's
this
7.
this entire time. I'll focus my efforts on like super fat beats next. Maybe
Carrot
powerhouse.
Artillery. Carotillery, I would say. Is a
Carotillery.
Yeah,
like a-
that's even though it's not
Wait,
really
fine.
it's like meaningful because it just survives like Dungeon Plumber.
And we
Windfine is a
we
pretty
applied
meaningless buff.
the same criteria to both plants and zombies for this. We tried to be
Yeah.
like, because we were pretty strict on plants. We were like, okay, Carotillery having 3 health counts as a meaningful change because it survives Bungee Plumbers. So then we took that as like, if you survive Berry Blast when you didn't use to, that's meaningful. If you know, this or that, that's meaningful. So that, but
yeah.
that is carried over to both sides. So we tried to make this as fair as possible. And well, Victor, you did the collation of the data. You want to give us these results here? I'm assuming they'll be on
course.
screen as well, but like.
So,
Just
me
go
and
over them.
during our break, me and Nicholas decided to do this to make sure that it's like, what are the statistics for this update? And first we did zombies, and from that we found out that there were a total of 92 total changes of like buffs, nerfs, and just everything together. 92 of them. 72 of them were buffs for zombies, and 66 of them were meaningful buffs. So that means that 6 were kind of just like useless buffs for that doesn't really do anything for anyone.
Yeah, not actually relevant. Like for example, Flamenco Zombie was a meaningless nerf. Sorry.
With the recent
Trying to think of a
No,
meaningless.
yeah,
there's actually one meta-changing nerf, synchronized swimmer being nerfed from 2-2.
Oh yeah,
to
2-1.
Oh yeah,
That was a
that.
meaningless nerf. Can anyone think of a meaningless buff to a zombie? Hold on.
Let me check.
We counted primordial cheese shower, right?
A firefighter.
Blowgun imp.
Firefighter.
Firefighter.
Oh
Yeah.
Yeah, blowgun imp and firefighter were two examples of meaningless nerfs. Buffs, sorry, meaningless buffs. So
Yeah.
they don't really change anything.
So 72
But
buffs in total.
majority are meaningful.
Yeah, 72 buffs in total, and then 17 nerfs for the zombie side, and then a total of 3 meaningless changes. One of them being firefighter, and the other one that Nicholas
These
said.
were like becoming barrel environments or whatever for like transformation. Like these don't really change anything. Like you can maybe get it from barrel of barrels, not really meaningful, or in any way, not nerf or buff.
So from our statistics that we found out from the numbers, we calculated the total buff percentage for zombies. So that means the buff to nerf ratio or percentage.
Yeah, like
For, like,
of these changes, what amount of them are buff?
Yeah,
basically?
what amounts are buffs, what amount nerfs. So you can find out the nerf changes minusing that number from 100.
From
and
100%.
the buffs.
Well,
yeah,
not exactly actually, because there's 3 meaningless, but still basically.
Yeah. But it would total buff percentage for zombie was 79.2%, which is ridiculous. 80%
Yeah,
buffs.
79.2% of
zombies.
changes. Yeah. 4 out of
Is it-
5
it-
changes were buffs. And
Yeah, which is ridiculous.
we had the total meaningful buff, which is 71, so it's barely trailing behind the total buff percentage. So 70% were like actually like worthwhile buffs.
Yeah, so like total buff percentage is like everything of the buffs, and then total meaningful buffs is just like percentages. The good buffs that means something. It's around 72%, 71.7 for your nerds. And then the meaningful buffs within the buffs percentage. So the buffs that are actually worth something within the total number of buffs. So this would have been
so like the potency of buffs. How good are the buffs overall? Like how efficient are they at making better stuff?
Yeah. So for zombies, it's an insane number list.
Insanely favorable.
Yeah.
79.2% of all changes were buffed. 71.7% of all changes were meaningful buffs. And out of all the buffs, 91.6% were meaningful.
20.8% were nerfs. That's it.
Yeah.
20.8.
Not including
okay, yeah.
not including meaningless.
Now, let's look at plants just to compare here.
Plants, yes, our favorites. So, as we said before, for zombies, there was a 92 total changes. For plants, there is a total of 62 total changes, which is a 30 total number decrease.
Basically a third less.
Yeah, third less, basically. And then, out of those 62, 40 of them were buffs for plants, 20 were nerfs, and 2 meaningless changes. And to remind
That's
you,
like night.
there were
base
40
cap.
buffs. 40 buffs for plants, 72 of them for zombies, 22 meaningful buffs for plants. So about almost
Against
above
66.
half. A little, yeah,
So-
56.
So
something
one
above those.
third, Victor, think about this. 1/3 of the amount of meaningful buffs that zombies got.
Yep, basically. one third exactly, because there's 66 meaningful
Exactly
buffs.
1/3.
And then there was
And
62 total
I
changes.
just, oh my god.
But for zombies, there was less nerfs for zombies than for plants. There was 20 nerfs
Yeah,
for
There were fewer nerfs, not just percentage-wise, but literally as an aggregate
Number-wise.
number, there are more buffs and fewer nerfs
it's
than plants
insane.
had. Plants had 20 nerfs, zombies had 17, even though zombies had 1/3 more changes.
And mind you, plants only had had a third less of total changes, yeah. and 40 buffs. So
Yeah.
about a third as well of less buffs. All right, let's go to the
So what does
percentages.
that mean in the statistics numbers?
So in the statistics, it means that a total buff percentage for plants were 64.5%, which is pretty. It's a little bit above average, but not the best, especially compared to the 80%
Compared to
from the-
79.2.
Yeah, which is
Yeah,
pretty
and
insane.
you have to remember, zombies have more, which means that there's more classes affected and there's more, just like more of it. And you might say, oh, well, more plants were already good, which isn't true. But even then, this is still, for every one of them that they are changing, it is more likely that the zombie gets better than the plant, and they're changing more zombies. So it is having a huge impact on the zombies. It's not really having that much of an impact on plants positively.
Yeah, so there you go for the first statistic. And then for the total meaningful buff percentage, so the meaningful buffs, so 22, divided by the total changes, was 35.48, so like 35.5%, which is insanely low compared to total meaningful buff percentage for zombies, which was
Yeah.
72%.
A lot of the buffs for plants were just like.
And
one
hold
extra
on,
health,
wouldn't
or, like,
the
one
nerf
extra attack
be
for
here like
every bad plants no one uses?
30.5 or something? The nerf percentage compared to what we got for the zombies, which was
I think
Yeah.
so.
a lot
around there.
lower than that.
Like,
Because if we calculate, because 2 meaningless changes is 5%, right? Because 4 would be 10%. Sorry, no, 2 mean no wait. Sorry, I'm looking at 40 buffs. Holy shit, it's even.
It's
Oh
less.
my
problem is,
gosh.
like the big
Yeah.
plants they tried buffing, they were really like cautious with how much they like increased the stats. They only increased like one health or like two, like one attack. For example, like Bamboozle only got one more attack. Whipvine, same thing, I think. And then like
And hey, again, I'm gonna say we were really generous with the range that was meaningful. We
Yeah.
said that Caratillery getting 1 health more is in the same category as Frankenchuar getting 2 splash damage, as Field Crusher Viking doing an extra shield clear in the beginning of the turn. We are being as generous as possible to these buffs,
And mind you,
and we
these
are still
numbers are
getting
not
this massive difference.
they're not fully complete because we're missing like the previous patch, like data mine stuff. like some of them. Yeah, there's some.
Yeah. This is based on these things that were shown in this video.
Yeah, so it's we'll probably do another episode when it's like released. When this
Yeah, when it actually comes out.
so we'll do another episode and then we'll finalize these numbers. But we haven't gone through
But yeah,
everything.
let's compare these here.
And then for the final statistic, the meaningful buffs within the buff percentage for zombies, that was 91.6%. For plants, it's just a bit over 50%. It's 55%. It's ridiculous.
It's I mean, come on, look, total meaningful buff percentage is half of what zombies had, almost exactly half.
Yeah.
And the meaningful buffs within buffs percentage is nearly half that as well, and there's so many fewer buffs in the first place. So like, and if we took out like the +1s for Caratillery, if we took out all that stuff, there would probably be like 18 meaningful buffs or something, which would again even worse numbers. So if we had tier listed this as like meaningful buff, strong buff,
That there would be
we
like
would have
we have maybe like
zombies would have like out of 66, maybe like 50 would be like strong buff.
and then for plants it'll be like maybe 5. Maybe we counted like 10 before. 10?
Yeah, like winter melon, podfather, I guess.
Yeah.
Laser bean.
Atomic pomegranate.
Laser bean.
That's
atomic,
like pushing it. No, that's a push. It's definitely not.
marine
Definitely.
bean and navy bean. That would be like
Typical
5,
beanstalk.
6.
Bamboozle. No.
That's about it. I think 6 would actually be like pretty close to the real number.
Yeah, 6. Transfiguration would be another one. Hot lava, invasive species, and that's about it.
9.
Probably. Yeah.
that's
Yeah, let's
yeah,
just
9
say.
to 10-ish. That would be like.
Yeah, it would.
And
they
meanwhile,
call-
strong buff for zombies is like most of them.
Yeah, there's like only a very
There are
few
very
buffs.
few meaningful buffs that aren't strong buff.
In the episode, I'll probably add more statistics with like a pie chart and shit. See if I can do that, so you guys can see what like the numbers are, so you can see how plants got so fucked over by
Plants are getting shafted
by the
so
janitor.
hard by this.
by the janitor developer.
I mean, this was actually from
He's
the
shoving
13
his,
before they went on like office leave or something.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
No, this was. But think about it. This is from like streamer suggestions.
No, it's not the suggestions from streamers.
Like-
it's like sent to the streamers, or then like streamers suggested like buffs for these cards.
So I think what
This is
happens
how
like
they did it.
streamers like said we should have cool stuff like
Yeah.
this and this and this, and then they like digested that as part of the
But they said
changes that they
used,
wanted
like,
to make,
win rates
and
stuff
then
to
they
decide
sent
Yeah,
them back.
they-
cards.
like in the notice, I said like they use rating rates and what like player feedback.
Yeah. So I guess.
Yeah, player feedback probably means streamer feedback in this case.
Yeah, considering they shared it with the streamers.
But
Yeah.
there you go,
Which
guys.
I'm sorry, I respect the PVZ Hero streamers, but these are some crap balance changes.
For real. They just
Get
like to see
some help.
zombies overpowered. End of story. More of the story. I mean, not end of story because we still haven't finished. We haven't seen the end.
Moral
result.
of the story: zombies are
Uh,
too strong.
If you ever play PVZ Heroes, just go for Ruscel and Smash, and you win every match.
Yeah, and also
Yeah.
just before we end the video, keep in mind that all these balance changes are like
Not confirmed.
suggestions, and yeah, it's very probable.
Yeah.
like,
Some of
honestly quite
them
likely that
seem
they'll
to be
change.
similar.
And honestly,
Some of them seem to be similar to what we're seeing, but we don't know how much of this will actually
so
carry over
it's
to the
likely a lot of the
final build.
essence of these changes will be carried on, but not like exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, when looking at changes for PvZ Heroes, I'd take the more recent like leaked dev build.
Yeah.
As higher trustworthy. Like if the stats disagree, I'd more likely believe in the dev build because that's more recent.
Yeah.
And
But
it's like-
keep in mind
yeah.
that we don't know the abilities for the dev build, so it's possible that there's a mixing happening between
But
some
when
of
do
these.
you,
Also,
yeah.
I think worth noting here is that even if these things are smoothed out a little bit, we are still seeing
The
a
major
massive
changes.
trend
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
zombies. Like there is like the game has some like inherent discrimination against plants in the way that people think. Like literally, it's like it's like a prejudice that is developed for like the community and for the developers if they are able to look at this and say yes, this is balanced, because they're holding things to different standards. It's just like I said, zombies to be acceptable, zombies have to be good, and to be good for plants is unacceptable.
Yeah, that's true.
Obviously,
And-
plants are like. This balancing is gonna be a little different because plants are a little bit better than zombies because they play tricks and their minions at the same
They
time.
have,
Zombies
like,
also
tricks
have
at the
their
same
own
time, yeah.
advantages, but yeah, at the current, the like suggestions these show.
But yeah, it
these
doesn't
buffs show
matter
is, like,
anymore.
Yeah, too far.
Too
Um,
far.
Yeah,
When do you guys think this update will come out?
In a
Like
few
in a month or
months.
so?
maybe.
A few months.
I mean, they were so slow with updates. It took them like a month or two to add in like more seasons. that were just
I
programmed
guess.
into the game.
But like they've been coming out with these data miner just like revealed stuff
No,
pretty
it's just a
rapidly.
coincidence that these two have popped up at the same time.
Well,
Because-
I think in maybe a month or two.
yeah,
this will
'cause,
come out.
probably relatively soon.
Yeah,
Two-
because this would this
Yeah,
information-
definitely within. I'd say, like not. It would be within autumn. It won't go into winter for like
Yeah.
them to come out. I'd say
Mm,
like
yeah.
it'll be fall, not
Yeah.
into winter.
So the recent thing we have is the leaked build, and these changes are from. So they were shared with streamers under a non-disclosure agreement, and now that like the agreement's ended, it's been shared.
public info.
Yeah,
But yeah, keep in mind none of
this
these
is giving
changes
us an
are
idea
certain.
of where This gives us an idea of where the developers' heads were in at that time, and given how little has happened, it is still likely that they are thinking of many of the same things, given some of the changes we've been seeing. But
It's likely many of the
the
developers
dev
aren't
build
even
didn't
looking
have a
at
lot of this. Oh yeah,
There's
it's
prob-
very possible that a lot of the developers aren't
Yeah.
there,
There's a
but
to be
I
honest,
think
there's
they'd
a
still be
high.
looking at this for like notes.
I feel like there's a high likelihood that was just their release like this,
Mm,
and nothing else would change
maybe.
because like they have already like it planned out. It was like it can be bought, and they just send it out to the main servers.
I mean, there was already some changes, like Venus Flytrap being 3-1 instead of 3-2.
Was it a 3-2 before?
No, it was a 2-2 before, but this
No, but like the previous like
This says
my data
3-2,
mined.
but the release that we have, the
dev
latest one,
build
said
suggests
3-1, the data mine.
3-1.
3-1. Yeah.
This one that we looked at, right?
No, the one we looked at.
Because
now
apparently
was
plans
3-2,
are too strong.
but the dev build that was like leaked earlier.
Yeah, 3-2.
3-1.
Which isn't exactly encouraging that they're like, we have to make the plants weaker, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's actually really bad. That
Mm.
that I prefer it be a 3-2 than a 3-1 because, as we've seen from the
3-2 is
numbers,
better.
It shows intent.
like you don't, that's the contrary.
yeah,
you're supposed
anyways.
to buff the plants and nerf the zombies. If this
Yeah,
is
in a
true.
situation like this, buff the plants a bit because you're leaning too hard on one direction. But yeah, anyways, it's been quite a long
Pleasure.
day for us here. But yeah,
maybe
quite
around
the
5 hours of
fun
recording,
thing still.
It's been 2 hours 40 minutes.
including the previous.
Yeah,
that's
which-
including the other. Yeah,
Yeah.
long episode.
Yeah, including that
special
would be like
episode.
3.5
Extra
plus
long
10 time to
episode.
build this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
PVC
we've had a lot of fun
rendition.
here, and we hope that there's at least someone who's enjoyed this.
The PVC.
Thanks for listening. I don't
Thank
know
you.
why you're still here, but
Go
if
do
you
something
are,
productive.
remember to
Yeah,
subscribe,
for
hit that
sure.
like button, and
Have a nice day.
Have a nice day.
see
Subscribe
you
to
around,
everything.
kiddos.
That like button. Okay.
Hit
Tuning
that
out.
like button. Bye bye. See ya.
Bye.